It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue. Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700. When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use. Head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
It's time for Eufaula High football with Doug Applin, Keith Bryan, John Wayne Robinson, and Jimmy Simmons.
Welcome to Blakely, Georgia, and the Eufaula High School Tiger football broadcast. Tonight, Tigers renewing their rivalry with the Early County Bobcats. Tigers, last time they came down here was an exciting finish to this game. Tigers victorious 31-28, but it was a 28-3 deficit going into the fourth quarter. Tigers mounted a furious comeback and scoring on the last play of the game. It was a bootleg pass to Yanze Pierre, who's now at the University of Alabama, to defeat the Bobcats 31-28. The time before, when the Tigers came down here, it was 57-49, a shootout. The Tigers won. It's normally exciting when these two teams get together in Blakely. Of course, last year the Tigers victorious over Blakely in Eufaula 27-24. So typically a close game when these two get together, and we expect nothing less than that tonight. Tigers come in, of course, 4-5 on the season. Has a loss last week, a heartbreaker at home to Charles Henderson. Late in the game, Charles Henderson with a touchdown to defeat the Tigers 17-10. Blakely comes in riding a 3-game winning streak as they are 6-3 on the season. They are region champions over here in Georgia in their classification. They have had a pretty good year this year, and it will be but it should be a contrast of styles as Blakely a wing tee offense. They predominantly a running team. They the 3 losses on the season, they've lost to good opponents. They lost to LaGrange, who is a much larger school than they are. They also lost to Seminole County and to Westover. I think the worst record of any of the opponents they lost to was 7-2 coming into tonight's action. Of course, this is already the last regular season game. Football season, once it starts, it goes fast, and the Tigers about to wrap up the regular season tonight. Of course, next week the Tigers will be on the road for the first round of the playoffs, and but the Tigers with the coming into the season, the 7th longest streak in the state in all classifications. The Tigers had 26 straight years in the playoffs. They'll make it 27 this year, so we'll have to see once that's updated if the Tigers move up or not. They were, I think, the 6th longest streak in the state coming into the season. So a lot of success and tradition for Eufaula. And, of course, the same thing here in Early County. They really take their football seriously in Blakely. As we were talking amongst ourselves, all these kids on the field, I understand this rivalry in Pee Wee discontinued about 3 years ago, but all these kids that are playing for Eufaula tonight on the high school level played against these same guys back when they were playing in the Eufaula Pee Wee Association, so they're familiar with these guys. And I remember from when we renewed this, actually, this was a game, Jimmy, that I know you have involvement with the Pee Wees, but this was a game that I actually asked the Eufaula coaching staff about. I said, why aren't we playing Blakely? I said, these guys love football. It'd be a good gate game. I just didn't understand with the proximity, similar size school, and I was glad to see this game start being played. It had been played years ago. If you look at the history of this, they played back 74 and 75. It was 1-1. The Tigers had won 1, Early County had won 1, but they didn't renew this or actually start back playing until 16. But they have played, I guess they played 6 times since 2016, with Eufaula winning 5 and losing 1 over that time period. So it's been a pretty competitive game that Eufaula has had the better of for the most part, but it's always a close competitive game.
Yeah, they like you said, they take their football very serious over here, very proud tradition over here, and Eufaula and we have our proud tradition, and it's just always a good game between us. But they they choose to go another route in their Pee Wee Association, and we chose to go another route, and I'm glad to see them play each other on the high school level. I hope they keep going, but it's kind of tough. Doug and I were talking about on the way down here. Early County clinched their region championship last Friday night. So what do you do? Do you play kids or do you not? Do you let them sit? And it being a rivalry game, you want your best to go against their best, but you got to think of the bigger picture. But a number of these seniors on the Eufaula team really dislike those seniors over there and on the football field. They've had a long history with them. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a hard-hitting, old-fashioned football game.
Yeah, I'm sure. Looking forward to it. And
real quick, while we have a minute, we're fixing to go down to John Wayne on the sideline. We're going to get the senior cheerleaders we missed last week. But be sure to go on and comment. Don't forget, chance to win $100 tonight, Mid-South Bank. If you go in under Facebook, comment Mid-South Bank, you'd be eligible for $100. And the giveaway there, be sure to get your name in under the comments. And we're going to go down to John Wayne. And we introduced the players last week and talked a little bit about them. We did not have the papers for our 4 graduating senior cheerleaders. Let's go down to John Wayne and let him talk to them.
Okay, guys. I got our 4 senior cheerleaders with us tonight. And, we're going to take them one at a time and just introduce yourself to the listening audience.
Hi, I'm Jada Mock.
Jada Mock. And Jada, you've been cheering how many years?
3.
3 years. And what's your plans after you graduate?
I plan to go to Troy University and become an English teacher and hopefully come back to the high school.
Okay. And what was your favorite part of this year so far?
Probably homecoming and everything that it brings. It was just really fun and really special being our senior year. So.
And how surprised were you when you found out you were missing EHS?
I was very surprised. My class is full of amazing girls that deserve it, and I'm just happy that I got voted in that position.
Well, congratulations. You're very worthy of it.
Thank
you.
so much.
All right, tell me your name.
Charlie Robertson.
Charlie Robinson. And you've been cheering?
4 years.
4 years. And what's your plans after you graduate?
I plan to go to South Alabama to become an ultrasound tech.
Okay. I have some friends go to South Alabama. It's a good school.
Yes, sir.
And what was your favorite thing this year so far?
Probably senior night, which was an emotional night, but it's one I'll remember for a while. So.
Y'all do a great job. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Tell me your name.
I'm Ellie Haney.
Ellie Haney. And Ellie, you've been cheering.
This is my second year.
Your second year cheering here.
Yes.
And what's your plans after you graduate?
Well, I hope to continue to cheer after high school, wherever I decide to go to college and go into sound engineering or TV broadcast.
Okay. And what was your favorite thing this year so far?
I have to agree with Charlie and say it was senior night. It was, really special. Meant a lot to me. It was just a lot of fun.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And your name, young lady?
I'm Destiny Kelly.
Destiny Kelly. And you've been cheering how long, Destiny?
4 years.
4 years. And your plans after you graduate?
Right now, I'm just planning to go to college or major in psychology.
Major in psychology. And what was your favorite thing this year so far?
I probably have to agree with all the girls. Senior year has been really, really fun so far. Every moment is my favorite moment because of my last one.
Okay. Well, nobody mentioned getting that trophy a couple weeks ago. That was a great time, wasn't it? Oh, you were going to. And you're just getting started, so you're getting ready to go get some more trophies, right? Good. Well, thank you guys for what you do. Back to you guys.
All right. We appreciate it, John Wayne. And that's the 4 senior cheerleaders for tonight. I tell you what, we're getting ready as senior night in Blakely, Georgia, over at Early County. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Tiger football after these timeouts.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-7034.
At Glover Funeral Home, family means everything. Owned and operated by Kendall and Caroline Hanahan Glover. We live by our motto, our family serving your family. We treat each family we serve as one of our own, providing care and support during your time of need. Our dedicated staff is available 24/7 by email, phone, or in person. When you need us most, Glover Funeral Home is here for you because family always comes first.
At At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them. Unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Hey, we're back in Blakely. We were counting down the kickoff between the Tigers and the Bobcats. About just under 13 minutes to go on the game clock. And Doug, we talked about they're doing the pregame prepare. We'll pause just a moment.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission.
Hey, this is Pastor Jimmy Simmons with Chester Chapel. We would like to invite you to come out with us to worship with us at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings for Sunday school and 11 o'clock for a worship service, and then Wednesday night at 6:30. And as always, go Tigers.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Brian says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
Go. All right, we're back in Blakely. We've had the pregame prayer, we've had the Pledge of Allegiance, and we've had the national anthem. So we're ready to go. 10:30 on the clock, counting down to kickoff. We talked about the closeness of this rivalry last year. We'll just kind of recap some of the scores. Last year it was 27-24 Tiger victory at home. 2 years ago, we already mentioned it was a 28-3 Bobcat lead headed into the fourth quarter. Tigers came back, man, a furious comeback to win on the last play of the game, 31-28. The time before that, over here in 2019, it was a 57-49 shootout that the Tigers were on the good end of. The lone Early County win of this 6-game stretch in the modern history here was a 28-3 victory by Early County back in 2018 at Tiger Stadium. But in 17, the Tigers were victorious 42-20 here in Blakely. And the year before that, in 16, the Tigers victorious in Eufaula 27-13. But particularly the last 3 years, 3 times they played, Doug, it was a 3-point, 3-point, and then a 8-point Tiger win. So expect nothing less tonight other than probably a close game.
Well, and that leads us into our announcement. If you saw the Facebook page earlier, we're going to talk a little bit about here. The Tigers come into tonight's game at 4-5, looking for a 500 season after the loss to Charles Henderson last week. Well, got a call from Jimmy over here, and Jimmy got his ear to the ground in the state and told me something was going on a couple of days ago, and we inquired about it. Has not been released yet. It'll be released any time, but the schools have already been notified. We did verify that. So we got a little news for y'all. Instead of the Tigers being 4-5 tonight, Tigers are 5-4. Charles Henderson played an eligible player all year long and got caught for it. As of today, it'll be announced tonight. And Charles Henderson has to forfeit a number of games, probably the whole season. Don't quote me on that, but enough that they're out of the playoffs. So that means that, of course, Central Catholic will be number 1. It didn't affect them at all. Andalusia will be number 2 seed because it was not a three-way tie. It went to head-to-head. Of course, Andalusia beat us, so they'll be number 2 seed. Andalusia will host, I think it's Elmore County we talked about. Eufaula, instead of going up to Central Clay, will go to Beauregard and play the number 2 seed out of that region. So a little better trip, probably a little better matchup for us, especially this point. And Jimmy, I won't ask you how you heard about all that, but we appreciate that you put the Tigers on top tonight.
No. It just pays to know people. Just it pays to know people.
So looking at that, Central Clay finished the season undefeated, played one game that was within a touchdown. That was a 35-28 victory over 6A Benjamin Russell. Otherwise, they blew everyone out this year. Undefeated, that was going to be a really tough matchup for the Tigers. Instead, going to Beauregard. Beauregard comes in tonight's game against Russell County 5-4 on the season.
And lost to Valley last week.
They lost to Valley last week. They lost to Wetumpka to open the season, 19-14.
And playing Russell County, you want to say that's kind of a measuring stick, but Keith, of all the years we've done this, the common opponents and common games this year is out the window because what you think, how you're going to stack up against somebody, I don't know if it's the Tigers not knowing which one's going to show up each week, but that has been totally out the window this year.
It certainly has because, no better example of that was the Tigers probably played the most complete game of the year at Greenville, 38-0 victory. It could have been worse. The Tigers scored 2 quick touchdowns third quarter, kind of called off the Dogs and coasted to a 38-0 win. Went to Andalusia the very next week, and those Greenville Tigers were up 24-0 in the first half against Andalusia. And, of course, Andalusia mounted a furious comeback to win, I think, 26-24 earlier in the year. But then, the Tigers really, I think it was Andalusia's probably best game of the year. That coach certainly had their attention, but it was probably the Eufaula's worst game of the year.
I was beginning to think they brought back some of those kids from the state championship year and some good runs they had the last couple of years because they flat show whopped us upside the head when we went down there.
So honestly, Tigers tonight want to try to recapture some of the magic that we had in Greenville, a few weeks ago, and build some momentum. Obviously, going into the playoffs with some new life. I guess you kind of say it's almost a new lease on life because the Tigers can see their way past the first round potentially now. Not saying that this is a given; they'll have to play a good football game, but with a good game at Beauregard, the Tigers certainly can get back home potentially the next week for a home game in the second round.
Yeah, and that would more than likely, I think we say Viger probably coming up a number 1 seed out of Mobile probably.
That's right.
But they'd have to come to Eufaula, so anything's possible there. And so with the early kickoff time tonight, we're about 5.5 minutes away from kickoff here in Blakely, Georgia. Keith, a lot of talk about this game. We talked about we send out the questionnaires every year for the seniors, and I was telling Jimmy on the way over here that surprised me on the questionnaires you ask. One of the questions is if you could play anybody for your last game, who would it be and why? There was probably more answers to play Early County, the last game they would ever play, just because of the rivalry that starts at Pee Wee with this group and coming up.
That's right. This was I'm going to tell you, it's been a long time since I was involved in the Pee Wee Association. It's actually been 24 years, I think. 2000 may have been the last year, but this was the game. Daleville was good back during that period of time. but Early County was good every year, and normally it came down between these two to who won that Pee Wee Association.
And they've got some outstanding athletes. To just the one to watch out for tonight, of course, folks, is the running back, number 47, Charles. I think it's Charles Williams. Jimmy told us earlier he's committed to Florida State, already committed last year. He's a big running back, 225 pounds, and it's going to take a couple of Tigers every time to grab and hold on just to get him down. He's a very good-looking athlete.
Yeah, I think he goes by CJ, but who knows what he could project at the next level. But he's certainly got the frame listed at 6'2", 225. We'll see. But, the Eufaula has already faced some big running backs this year. There was a very big kid that was athletic at Greenville. We saw one at Wetumpka. We've seen some big running backs already. I mean, last week, Charles Simpson had a big running back as well.
Well, what a contrast tonight could be, because this game the last few years has been, hey, air it out and let it go. I mean, on both sides. It's just been – it comes down to a lot in the passing game. But tonight, Eufaula getting ready to go into the playoffs and has struggled a little bit in their passing department. It looks like it's going to be the other way around. I mean, if you got a running back like that for Early County, obviously you're going to use him, and we hear Eufaula is going to try to run the ball a lot tonight, and so it may turn out that it's not the passing game. Captains are out on the field. Keith, you got the rosters right there in front of you. We'll let you go over those, and John Wayne will have the coin toss for us here in just a second.
All right, so looking at the captains, Thomas Hill, he is a senior for the Tigers. We've got number 30, Randy Screws, a senior linebacker. Of course, Shamarion Smith, who's had an excellent career here in Eufaula, linebacker, also as captain, as well as looks like I'm going to have to put the binoculars on it. I've had the hardest time picking out 18 and 19 this year, and I believe it's going to be 18, which is Zai DeVos. So I was thinking it was going to be a complement of seniors, but no, it's going to be the sophomore DeVos, and he is a good-looking sophomore. If you look at him out there on the field at wide receiver, and he was targeted quite a bit last week. So we want to go down to John Wayne for the coin toss.
Take it away, John Wayne.
Okay, Whitehead's giving him instructions, congratulating him on being here tonight, thanking him for him having the opportunity to be with them tonight, and giving his sportsmanship talk. He's getting ready to toss the coin. You follow with, we'll choose.
That's it. That's it. What do you want to call? What did he say, sir? He said what? Say we go over here.
Right. You follow called heads?
It is tails.
It's tails.
You have won the toss. What do you want to do?
Early County won the toss of the first of the second half. So you follow. We'll start out on offense.
All right. So we'll see that Tiger offense to begin tonight, and see what the Tigers can do. It's been a great effort by the Tiger defense all season, with the exception of that one game. That game in Andalusia, the Tiger defense has been pretty stingy all season. And looking across there, I was looking at the captains as they lined up over there, or the seniors lined up over there for Early County. Number 72, Kanye Smith. Don't know if he plays or not, but he looks good out there standing on the sidelines. 6'3", 376 pounds. Big youngin'.
Yeah, he's wide as a portable building over there.
Yeah,
he's a big old youngin'.
So we'll see Early County. Of course, you can see it on your screen. Dark navy. They kind of look a lot like Notre Dame. Dark navy jerseys with the gold helmets, the gold numerals, white pants trimmed in blue and gold. So Early County, their traditional uniform. Of course, you follow their traditional whites tonight. White pants, white jerseys, red numerals, red headgear. So we are getting close.
Be sure to go in the comments. Last time I get to say it here, because Eufaula received the opening kickoff. We returned for a touchdown. Hey, and this is the type game that it happens in, folks. Somebody will win the $100. And I tell you what, tonight, the first kickoff will be sponsored by Mid-South Bank, and Eufaula Tiger football broadcast will sponsor any other kickoff that we do, or a punt return if it can be taken back. The first person will be in a drawing for $100, but you got to comment Mid-South Bank and do it before it happens. So Tigers are out on the field. We're just moments away from kickoff.
So, yeah, Tigers making their way to the sidelines, and we're about to get started here from Blakely, Georgia, between the Tigers and the Bobcats.
Again, if you just joined us, a couple of folks commenting. the news tonight was Charles Henderson played an eligible player. We understand that Eufaula has already been told they'll be going to Beauregard next week. They'll wind up number 3 in the region. So they come into tonight's game at 5-4 instead of 4-5. So that was the news that broke here right before we came on tonight. We had heard some rumblings about it earlier in the week, but our understanding it just we wasn't going to say anything if they didn't announce it. The state has not announced it yet, but the state has called the teams and told them that they'd be going to different locations. So that'll be next week. Right now, for the next 3 hours, Tigers are going to have their hands full with Bobcats.
You know, one thing I'm kind of surprised about, Eufaula's got it. Well, I guess most of the people are to our right here. I was going to say it was a good crowd. I know a lot of them got here early, but I'm kind of surprised at the sparseness of the early county crowd.
Yeah, on a senior night too. So, and this is a normal kickoff time for them. So they normally kick off at 7:30 Eastern. We are in the Eastern time zone over here, 30 minutes early for us. So Alabama schools kick off. All the schools in Alabama are supposed to kick off at 7 o'clock, but because we're playing out of state, you're allowed that exemption.
It is the big running back, C.J. Williams, to kick the ball off for Early County. Apparently, he is a left-footed kicker, or either he's going to kick it hard to his left side. No, he's right-footed. He kicks it. He does kick it to the right side of the Tigers to their left, and a good return out. I believe it's going to be Steele out across the 30 to the 36-yard line. It appears. We'll wait. Yeah, they spot it down the 36-yard line, is where the Tigers will take it, snap it on offense for the first time tonight. Tigers already out on the football. It'll be twin receivers to the left, pair of receivers to the right. One back in the backfield with McCoy. The quarterback will be Jalen Wright, the junior running back for the Tigers. He is flanked to the left side of Ty McCoy. First snap of the game. Tigers fake the snap. They're changing the play at the line of scrimmage. All the players looking at their wristband. Now Wright in motion to the right. McCoy drops back. He's going to hit kind of a tunnel screen. It's going to be to Zida Vose. He was a favorite target last week for McCoy, and that play is a short gain, maybe a yard or two. It looks like they're going to spot him out to the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 yards on that first down play. But it's a positive play for the Tigers, 2nd and 8.
Quickly up to the line for 2nd and 8.
McCoy calling for the snap, and we leave early over on the far side. The memo didn't get out to the wide receiver as it's going to cost the Tigers 5. It'll put them behind the sticks, and it'll be 2nd and 13 now.
Those kind of penalties hurt you all the time, but the 10th game of the year, those are really hard to swallow sometimes, Keith. 2nd and 13 now for the Tigers.
Tigers stay in the same formation, basically a slot either side. Gonna fake it to right. It's gonna be McCoy on a keeper, and he goes nowhere. Actually gonna lose a yard on the play. So that brings up now 3rd and long. 3rd and about 14 yards to go for the Tigers here on the initial possession of the game tonight. Clock running under 11 minutes to go.
Looks a lot like the first quarter of last week so far, Keith. Let's see what the Tigers have in store here on a 3rd and 14 to start this game. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Tigers with 3 receivers to the left here, which is the visiting side. They're going to throw it. It's going to be almost intercepted. He threw it intended for Torian Slaughter, and Slaughter kind of went into defender mode that time and kind of helped break that up to prevent the interception for Early County. So 3 and out for the Tigers on the incomplete pass. It'll be a punting situation, and of course, it was an adventure last time the Tigers punted last week. So it'll be a high snap, but fielded that time by the punter, Adam Alvarez. It's going to be taking neutral bounce, and Blakely will take over. Early County will take over 1st and 10 just inside their 40-yard line. 10:22 on the clock here, just underway here from Blakely.
Yeah, not a real impressive start there by the Tigers. A 5-yard penalty, and really nothing to show there as they gained 2 yards on the first pass play, but wound up an incomplete pass and losing a yard with McCoy trying to run. Not real impressive start, but they'll make some adjustments over here at the sideline. Let's just see if they can stop this impressive Bobcat offense.
So the Bobcats.
They broke the huddle with 12, and one goes all the way sideline. Should have been a penalty.
Should have been. They're going to run the jet sweep around the left side to the wingback who lined up on the right. He went across the back of the quarterback and took the handoff around the left end. He'll pick up about 4 yards out to the 44-yard line.
4-yard gain there on first down by Jimmy Jones. Was that number 5 or 4?
I hate to say it, I missed the number on the play. The big running back, as we mentioned for them, is number 47, C.J. Williams.
It says number 5 is Jimmy Jones, an outside linebacker. The young man that just ran it wasn't 6'5", so I'm probably wrong on that, folks.
So this time they're in the traditional wing tee with the wing to the left. It's going to be the fullback this time, straight up the gut. No quarterback keeps it around the left end. He faked me that time as I thought he gave it to the fullback. It's a short gain on that play. Give him a yard. Let's see where they're going to spot it down. They're going to spot it down just across the 45-yard line. So 2 yards officially, I suppose, on that gain. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 for Early County. Possession play here for the Bobcats Tiger defense getting settled in here against this heavy running attack for Early County. You don't see the wing tee very much anymore.
No, you don't. And they'll try to get you to jump in this heavy set. You want to get a head start against that wing tee, so maybe the Tigers can hold back and not jump off sides here.
Once again, a double wing, one back behind the motion from there'll be the fullback this time. He's going to go up the middle. He'll have his first down as he crosses midfield into Tiger territory. He'll get down to the 48-yard line. So that is going to be a gain of 6 yards on 3rd and 4. They'll move the chains and be 1st and 10 Bobcats in Tiger territory. 8:49 the clock running here in the first quarter play. Some new personnel coming into the game for Early County, and I don't know, maybe it's my eyes, but I have a hard time picking up those numbers, Doug, on those dark blue jerseys, those gold numerals.
Hard to pick up.
So this time it's going to be a different formation. It's going to be 3 backs in the backfield, kind of a power I set. They'll hand it to the fullback up the middle, and Tigers hold him to a short gain there. I believe it's going to be the 45-yard line. That'll be a 3-yard gain on that first down play. So 2nd down 7 now for the Bobcats from the 45-yard line of Eufaula. It's been a heavy dose of run so far, Doug, but we watched some warm-ups. That quarterback's got a very good arm. We watched him dropping it in on just straight go routes about 40 yards downfield time after time. So
he's quick if he gets outside, too.
Once again, heavy set, double tight end set. They're going to hand it to the 3rd man through this time. He's going to lower his head inside the 45. He'll get down to about the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 more yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 situation for Early County. So they converted 3rd and 4 3 plays back. It'll be 3rd and 3 now from the 41-yard line of Eufaula. You figure probably 4-down territory as well for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that was number 4 that time. He's listed as Kobe Lingo, cornerback wide receiver, but he was running the ball there. That's the 4th running back to touch the ball for the Bobcats already.
The big man, C.J. Williams, in the game at fullback now for Early County. I believe he's been in the last couple of plays. But one thing that Early County does I don't really like, Doug, is they've been running the quarterback all the way to the sideline to get the play. They're going to take it, run the option around the left side. They block the end well, and they're going to take it for a 1st down inside the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, but it looks like it's going to be from the 41-yard line down to around the 28-yard line. So 13 yards, I believe, whenever they spot that ball down. Yes, 13 yards for Early County. Yet another 1st down on this is the initial possession of the night for Early County. 6:44. The clock is stopped as the player went out of bounds. But
you have to watch it. A lot of teams will lull you to sleep and throw a pass after that, running up the middle, but they can break that quarterback to the outside, and he picks up good yardage there.
So C.J. Williams lined up behind the quarterback. It will be the running back on the crossbuck action going back to the right side. Fullback left. Tailback went to the right. He's going to pick up a short gain. I believe it. They call it 2 yards. It's maybe 2 yards on that play. 2nd down and 8. Good job by the Tiger defense of stopping that. Had a little bit of a crease there, but good job by the defense of holding it to a 2-yard gain. 2nd down 8 at the 26-yard line of Eufaula. One back lined up behind the quarterback. This time it's going to be C.J. Williams. A wing to either side. One man split out far to the left. Going to be a pass play, a bootleg, looking to throw. They slipped a man out, and the Tigers had it defended well that time. I believe Jave Williams has slipped out there. He returned an interception. No, I'm sorry, Shamarion Smith was the player for the Tigers. We remember the Tigers intercepted one at Greenville and took it back 80 yards in a similar position on the Greenville's best offensive drive of the night. The Tigers turned it back with a pick six. Nearly the same thing. If that had been an accurate pass there, Doug, it might have gone the other way for a touchdown.
Yep, I think the Tiger defender was just sitting there waiting on that one, and it just fell short.
So third down possession play, the longest yardage of the night on third down so far for Early County. 5:58 the clock stopped here in the first quarter. Scoreless game from Blakely. It's a double wing set. Everybody in tight. One back is Williams behind the quarterback. It's going to be a tall sweep to the wing back, sweep to the left side. And Tigers are there to stop him after a short gain. He got just inside the 25-yard line. The first down would come all the way down to the 18-yard line. So gain of maybe 3 yards on that. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 5.
Is it 4-down territory, though? Really too far for a field goal. Well, I say that. I guess that's receivers they're sending in. I thought maybe they're sending in a field goal group. It looks like sending in a couple receivers on a 4th and 5 here against the Tigers. Kind of like we said, no man's land. If you punt, it goes in the end zone. You actually only gain 3 or 4 yards.
Play clock's not working here tonight, so we're just kind of at the mercy of keeping the time on the field. Run the clock, 5:12 and counting here. Anybody's guess on the play clock. Now Early County will call a timeout. With timeout on the field, we'll step aside for a commercial break. Be back with more Tiger football after this.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Bye.
Hey, we're back in Blakely, Georgia, where the Bobcats are taking their first possession down to the Tiger 23-yard line. 4th and 5 from there. They will go for it here. Tiger, the quarterback going to go in shotgun for the first time tonight. They've been pretty much so a wing tee all the way down the field, but he's going to take it. He's going to hand it to the big back, C.J. Williams, and the Tigers are there. They swarm him down. First man there for the Tigers, Jave Williams, had a lot of help on the play. We'll see who all gets up off the bottom of that pile, but Tiger defense bends, but they do not break after about a 2-yard gain on that 4th down play. Tigers turn them back. The Tigers will take over. Well, it looks like the 21-yard line is where the Tigers will take over.
Yeah, I think they wound up giving him 2 yards there. I had him as 1 to start with, but a good job. And that's the heads-up play. He's in there. He's in there for a reason. You think he could get 5 yards, but the Tigers hold. Let's see if they can make something happen offensively here.
Shotgun formation for McCoy. He'll hand it off to Wright. Wright, short gain. He's stumbling backwards. He might have picked up 2 yards on that play. We'll wait and see, though. Can't really tell from our vantage point. We'll wait and let them spot it before we announce the. They say no gain on the play. It looked like apparently there was penetration that time because he made someone miss and stumble forward, but no gain. So 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation. McCoy dropping back. He's going to throw one down the field. It is complete on the far sideline. It'll be short of a 1st down, I believe, by about a yard. He got to the 30-yard line, I believe. We'll wait and see where they spot it down. Just shy of the 30. Should be 3rd down and
They got him about 3 yards short over here on the side.
Maybe we were wrong. It's just a 29-yard line, so apparently they snapped it from the 22. It's kind of hard to tell from our vantage point here. So 7 yards on that complete pass. Going to hand it off. Jalen Wright, swooping the left side. He's going to be up about a yard short of his first down. He got across the 30. He's going to be about a yard shy. Give him 2 yards on that carry.
A lot of speed by that linebacker group from the Bobcats there, Keith, as they close that hole in a hurry. Going to make 4th and probably less than a yard, but not really where you want to go for it deep in your own territory. Now, we know our first team snapper got hurt earlier in the year. We've had a little problems punting. He's been close to having them blocked all year. They were awful close to him on the last one. We'll see if he can get it away a little faster here.
Early County's defensive front has really been active so far on the first 2 series for Eufaula. Good snap this time. Alvarez will get it. He gets it away. It's an end-of-order kick. Nobody back for Blakely. He takes a big Eufaula bounce, and it's going to roll inside the 35. Inside the 30, inside the 25. It flips the field position. Early County was take over at their 22-yard line.
Yeah, their up back was receiver was a little bit close, and he saw it sailing over his head. He didn't even attempt to turn around and catch it on the run. Got about a 15-yard roll there that helped the Tigers out a lot. Backs the Bobcats up a little bit. With 2:59 to go in the first quarter, the Bobcats will take over at, it looks like, about their 22-yard line or so from here, maybe 23.
Yes, maybe in between the two. This field, the hash marks, everything are not that much contrast. They're faded quite a bit. Under center with split backs behind him this time. It's going to be a handoff to the left back. Just a straight dive play off the left side, but he has some running room that time. He's going to get out to the 31-yard line. That would be right at an 8-yard gain on that play.
That was
actually, they spot it back to the 30, so a 7-yard gain after they spot it back. But
another new running back.
Yeah, and they've been very multiple in their offensive sets so far. That time split back, we've already seen about 5 or 6 different looks from Early County on offense. Now back to a double wing. They're going to hand it on an inside reverse, a little cross action as they sprinted right. The quarterback handed it back to his wing back inside, going back left. It's going to be good enough for a Bobcat first down as a gain of, we'll call it 4 yards on that play.
That was to the big guy, CJ. Picks up 4 yards and a first down for the Bobcats. 2:06 to go in the first quarter, clock running. No score here from Early County.
Tigers stopped Early County after a couple of first downs on the last series.
Tigers really bunching up, 5-man front.
Going to hand it off inside. This time the Tigers going to bring him down for a short gain. It might have been 2 yards on that gain. Good job by the Tiger defense. Number to a short gain.
22 again, Keith. This is his second carry. Him and one of the linemen, for some reason, have, as you can see if you're watching on TV, a different color helmet, almost kind of a yellowish helmet hitting up in there. I can't tell if it's the lineman or the back sometimes, but nevertheless, a 2nd and 8. Now the Tigers won that battle at the line of scrimmage.
Going to be just a straight give to the fullback. He broke through the line of scrimmage. It was 22 once again, and he picks up the first down across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Doug, I think 11 yards on that carry. Can't be certain. First down either way. It'll be the second first down for Early County on this possession. They picked up 2 first downs on their last possession, but they started with better field position. Got all the way down to the Tiger 22-yard line before the Tigers turned them back.
Tigers have dropped another man down, playing a 5-man front to try to stop that run. They got a 4-man front up now, changing back and forth, trying to stop it.
10 men right there at the ball. They're going to hand it on the jet sweep, fly sweep, speed sweep, whatever you want to call it, from the wing back on the right side. He takes it around the left end for about a 3-yard gain. He stumbled as he took the handoff, and Tigers are able to react. Actually, they're going to mark it back to a 2-yard gain.
That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. I think that was number 3 on that carry that time. I couldn't really tell, but we'll give it to him, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, a scoreless tie between Early County and Eufaula. We'll be back after this commercial break. When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656. Second quarter, Blakely or Early County with a 2nd and 8. John Wayne, what's going on? What are you seeing from the sidelines? It looks like Blakely is content just to play physical up front on both sides.
They're playing Early County football like we've seen for the last 20 years. Just nose football, run it hard. One thing you didn't recognize is the official called coach over and told him the band can't play during the plays. So you'll notice before every play, both bands will get quiet now, something we're not used to.
Well, I think that's actually the rule in Alabama as well. It's not strictly enforced.
Well, he had to stop us. Coach run up there and told the band director, hey, no more playing during the plays.
All right. So they've got 3rd down. I believe this is actually 2nd down, but they're going to hand it off the left side right here in front of us. It's going to be a short gain, maybe 3 yards, depending on where they spot. They're going to give him actually forward progress of almost 4 yards down to the Tiger 48-yard line. The first down would come at the 44. They're saying 4th down here, but I think the down markers are wrong. We'll see if they catch it because they gained 2 yards on first down, 4 yards on second down. It should be 3rd down and 4. They're having an official timeout now to look at it. I believe when they exchanged it at the end of the quarter, Doug, they missed that. They're huddling up out there, but I believe when all is said and done, it's going to be 3rd and 4. Come back over here. Let's see what they do. Nope, they're leaving it 4th down.
It is. I wonder if the Bobcats realize. Well, they are sending about 5 or 6 folks out now, so I'm glad you noticed that, Keith, because if they would change that back to 3rd down, I wasn't keeping up with it. I'd have been like, man, they're giving them a free down, but Bobcats look like they're going to be forced to punt here.
Man, when they go back and watch the film, I'm surprised their coaches aren't all over that right there because I'm sure they're calling plays based on down and distance, and they got shorted down right there. So remember that one. So from the 48-yard line, 1 man back deep for the Tigers. They will snap it to the punter. He will punt it away. It's an end-over-end kick toward the sidelines. It'll hit. Takes a slight Early County roll inside the 20. We can't see where it's down because of the tent, but the Tigers will take it at 10:47 to go here in the second quarter. We remain scoreless. So Early County with a pair of first downs on each of their first 2 possessions, and Tigers take back over. We're starting field position, but they have the ball just inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, just a minute, just over a minute into the second quarter. This one's really not shaping up like the last 2 times Tigers have been over here. One side or the other has been scoring like crazy in previous games over here, but tonight a lot of running. But the Tigers come out in shotgun here. And a whistle.
And a whistle stops play. It was going to be, is that 0 that was in the background?
Yes, it should be the Slaughter.
Steele.
Is it Steele?
Steele.
Steele, correct. They said false start. I did not see it.
So 2 penalties so far tonight, both going against the Tigers. So 10:45 now on the clock here in the second quarter.
They're daring the Tigers to throw. I mean, they've come out with a 3-man front the whole time. And we knew that was coming.
But they blitzed on the linebackers. Tigers going to throw it. It's complete. It's complete to Slaughter. Short gain, just a quick.
He might have picked up the penalty yardage back.
He did. It looks like a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, they've got their safety walked up close, and there's nobody back deep for them whatsoever. So if we can get one over the top, it's going to be a foot race.
Yeah, the key with that is we hadn't had time to do it all year long, but real tall safety for them. We haven't talked about that yet.
A lot of pressure now on McCoy. He throws it. He catches it. Good pass.
Oh, what about a late
Yeah,
hit?
they're going to throw the flag. It was a definite late hit on Torian Slaughter. So that's going to turn out to be a very big play for the Tigers. That was snapped at the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. I'm sorry. He picked up just enough for his first down at the 25 and add 15 yards onto that.
I'm going to give him 11. It was just a little bit further outside of there on my chart, but he's marked just in front of there holding the markers, but that'll be a 15-yard addition when they mark that off.
That will be the initial first down of the game for the Tigers, and hopefully getting that 15-yard penalty on top of that. That's a 26-yard play for the Tigers. Puts them all the way out at the 41-yard line with a first down. Pistol formation now for the Tigers. They will shift and have two backs over to the left. It's going to be a keeper by McCoy off the right side. And so a 4-yard gain. It looked like it could be more than that. And Doug, I know that they instruct McCoy to go into that slide, but
do they?
They do. I understand. That's what I learned. I don't.
Gotcha. They marked him almost 5 yards, so good 4-yard gain there.
2nd and 6. Handoff to Wright. Wright hit in the backfield, but Wright manages to get forward for a couple of yards to the 47. It'll be a third down and about 4 now for Eufaula. Possession play 3rd and 4 out near midfield. Tigers have yet to cross into Bobcat territory. 9:22 clock's running here in the second. Scoreless game from Blakely.
First down would come in at the 49, about the 49 and a half. They could get a first down. Looking to get in Bobcat territory for the first time. That's 2 weeks in a row now. The Tigers are awful slow coming out the first quarter, but seem to be picking it up here as we're into the second quarter.
Going to throw the ball on 3rd and 4. They're going to throw it. It's a long throw outside,
out of bounds.
And it led him out of bounds. It was intended for Steele. Steele had some room, but the pass late and wide that time, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, you gotta keep it in between the lines to give him a chance, Keith. And that was not Steele's fault, just a little too far outside. You know, maybe McCoy was making sure it wasn't intercepted. I don't give him benefit of the doubt, but it just wasn't going to work. Even if Steele would have been 6'5".
And here's the snap. Alvarez will punt it away. Good punt. Once again, it's a tail dragging spiral that we hit. That should roll. Takes a Tiger roll down inside the 10-yard line. It's going to roll dead to the 5, just inside the 5-yard line. So best punt that I remember this year is the Tiger snapped it from the 47. That went all the way down to the 5. So almost 48 yards on that kick for Alvarez.
Yeah, it was Greenville, or it couldn't have been Andalusia. Maybe it was Greenville. We had one that was a very good one yardage-wise. He got a big roll on. But that one was right there with it, backs the Bobcats up, and it'd be a good time. With 8:46 to go in the second quarter, they haven't made that mistake yet. Very close to throwing an interception early on I think it was their first drive. If they're going to have a fumble or an interception gift to the Tigers, we'll take it right here.
So they're out. Loaded backfield, 3 backs in the backfield. Looks like a whole wishbone. Tigers with penetration. They're going to tackle him in the backfield. It'll be they're going to call him at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that play.
5 Tigers in on that tackle, so that's what you like to see. Jimmy, what was that? No comment?
Just running that quarterback all the way to the sideline, all the way back up to the 25 to get the play. It's just that's a lot of
I know.
steps.
Keith being the next quarterback, his teeth are grinding.
That's what I said earlier. I hate that. I don't think I could have done it. Wishbone, once again, it appears to be a wishbone behind the quarterback. Double tight end set. They're going to run it on an option. Quarterback keeps it around the end. He breaks containment, and we'll have to see how far he got.
He's got a little motor on him if he gets outside. Looks like he got about 7.
He crossed the 10.
Yeah,
Give him 7 on that play.
7. He's got 3 carries for 22 yards.
But
7:40 to go in the second quarter. Still no score, but brings up a 3rd and 3.5.
Going back, Doug, to the Tiger possession, one of the reasons I don't like the quarterback slide, you don't know if he had made a move, lowered his shoulders, been a football player, how many more yards he might have gotten on that. The Tigers came up short on the conversion. It might have been a short yardage running situation rather than a passing situation on third down. Once again, double tight end, wishbone set. We're going to give it inside, and he'll have his first down as he gets out to about the 19-yard line. So it'll be a first down for Early County on just a straight give play out of a tight running set. So that's 7 yards on that play, just straight up the middle, nothing fancy.
Yeah, they got out of a hole there and made a little breathing room.
This is the kind of game that the guys going to have an ice bath afterwards or tomorrow. They're going to be sore. It's just a hammering game. They're just hammering each other.
So
yeah, I'm okay with the quarterback sliding in this game, but next week we need every yard we can get.
Absolutely. So they break the full house backfield. They go back to the double wing, and it will be a quarterback keeper. He's looking to throw it. It's a bootleg, has a man out there, and fortunately that time we watched him drop pass after pass after pass on line, but a little adrenaline that time. He threw it about a yard too far for number 4. He had 2 steps behind the defense that time. It was a break for the Tigers that was a long pass.
Yeah, Jimmy had a good shot of that right in the center of the field. It would have been a tough pass to catch, but I'm sure the Bobcats probably don't work on passing as much. You've seen the Tigers make those over-the-head catches a lot of times in the past few years. But, yeah, there was nothing but green grass and white lines between him and the goal line if he could have caught it.
There was no help deep. That was actually one he could have put a little air under it and led him across the field a little bit. Fortunately for the Tigers, he did not. So they'll break the huddle. They'll send the wide receiver wide to the left this time. Once again, they're in that double wing T set. Going to hand it to the big man, Williams. He's going to be brought down for a short gain. Well, I say short gain. It's going to be more than we realize. About 4 yards on that play. Third down 6.
I think is it 52? I think I saw in on that one.
That would be Butts.
Grab and held on, but till help got there. But like you, Keith, it almost looked like he was brought down for a little, very small gain, but I guess the line just had some push the Eufaula line back a little bit and makes it a manageable. We'll say about 5.5.
So third, we'll call it just over 5, a long 5, short 6. Same formation, big man back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to the jet man coming around the corner. He is going to be brought down. Nice play that time by the senior linebacker, Randy Screws, who was a captain tonight. He brings him down maybe a yard gain on that play.
Yeah, they gave him a yard. They also, I don't know if Jimmy got a shot there right on the first guy at the point of attack for the Tigers. I think it was Lamons, or I might be wrong on that. They got, let's just say it was an awful good block on him and allowed him to get to the outside, or the Tigers probably would have had him backed up a little bit. Now, dropping back deep for the Tigers is Steele. He's going to try to make somebody $100 richer right here on this punt.
Yes. I saw this week where Kevion got an offer from Tuskegee.
We might have been offsides, but I thought their guy moved.
It looked like their guy moved, but I mean, they're going to go towards Eufaula. That's going to be a first down. That's write that one down, Doug, because that'll keep Early County with the ball here with 4:57 to go.
They're calling it on 13 for the Tigers. Their guy looked like he did jump, but it was after their guy moved now. And he was on the line of scrimmage, and that's what our coaching staff and our players are saying, hey, that ain't the way it happened, but that's the way it's going to go down in the books, and that'll give them a first down.
Those situations where it could have gone either way. And
one of you follow patrons told her exactly what she thought of that call.
So it gives them a first down out to the 29-yard line. Mark that one down, 4:57 on the clock here in the second quarter. Scoreless game here from Early County. Normally a shootout between these two. Been a low-scoring affair so far tonight. They'll go under center once again. It'll be a handoff to the big man, Williams. And this time the Tigers are there. They bring him down for no gain. It really should be a loss of about a half a yard on that play. We'll see where they spot
56 and 52 all over that one.
So we'll call it no gain on that play. So second down 10. The Tiger defensive front's kind of settled in now. to that.
With that first down, that's going to allow them to burn a lot more clock. And with 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter of play, just not a lot of going on in the first half over here tonight.
They will take the second half kickoff. Quarterback keeping on option. This time keeping on Lamont.
They're going to call
a face mask potentially.
It looked like he grabbed him around the shoulder pad. Let me see. I couldn't tell on the replay there. We got about a 10-second delay replay. Thought he reached up and grabbed him around the shoulder pad, but the head official was right on top of it. Might have got the face mask. They are saying, and they said,
I don't know if they have an option for a 5-yard variety in Georgia or not, but he did not signal personal foul. He just signaled face mask.
5-yard face mask. So
5-yard face mask. So
it will be, and it'll be third down.
Well,
according to the yard markers,
should be second down.
I think so too. And he's changing it back now. I was going to say.
Well, they marked it from where he lost yardage, I believe, too. So,
well, if they didn't, it wasn't a full 5-yard penalty. It was maybe about a 4-yard. So, did he lose a yard on the previous play? I thought it was no gain.
They had marked it no gain. So, either way, there's some inconsistency there. But either way, it's two 5-yard penalties on Eufaula on this possession. One gave him a first down. This time they hand it off to the big man up the middle. Moves the line of scrimmage forward. He's going to be about 2 yards short of his first down. He picks up 4 yards on that play.
12 carries, 41 yards. Big Charles Williams, Florida State commit, big running back so far. Tigers done a good job kind of keeping him contained.
So 3rd and 2. Tigers only stopped him short of 2 yards, I think, one time tonight. That was the previous carry for him. So we'll see if they go straight ahead or if they opt to go with the speed man around the end on the fly sweep. No, they'll hand it to the big man Williams. He breaks the tackle line of scrimmage. He's looking to take it outside. He doesn't make it to the corner, but he does make it far enough for a first down. He needed 2. He picked up 4, and that'll move the chains for another first down. That is the 3rd first down of this drive for Early County. It started back at their 5-yard line after the good punt for the Eufaula. 3:02 and the clock rolling here in the first half. Scoreless from Blakely, but Early County on the move. Still 59 yards to go.
You hate to see the penalties ate them, but they were lined up to punt on the 4th down. Wound up getting a first down. They break the huddle with I thought they broke the huddle with too many, but he lines up.
This time, 2 wide receivers. They're going to try to run the jet sweep around the right side. They are going to make it around the corner, and they're going to get out of bounds right around midfield. That would be 9 yards on the play.
Number 2 is another new running back now. So they are distributing the ball to anybody who comes out there. Apparently is capable of carrying it. 2nd and 1, Keith. This may be where you see them take a shot down the field.
Yeah, with 2:19 left on the clock.
They have 2 timeouts left. Tigers have 3.
They've already burned 6 minutes and 36 seconds on this possession.
And they're
going to hand it inside this time, and Tigers are there to stack.
He lost about a half yard. Now, what's going to be interesting, Keith, that ball was just short of the 50-yard line when the center went up there to snap it. He stretched it across as he put his hands on it across the 50. They're going to put it right back where it was earlier. So I thought he lost a little bit, but not with a spot.
Certainly looked like it, but it's going to be 3rd and 1. Clock continues to run, 1:38 and counting. Early County with 2 timeouts remaining. Eufaula still with 3. 1:30. Clock still running. Under center, they're going to hand it to their fullback. He is stacked up right there at the line of scrimmage.
What a spot.
They gave him the spot. It should be first down Early County based on the spot of the ball, but not much more than that. That stops the clock with 1:24 to go.
Watching the replay, let me see who got up off the bottom of that pile there. He's in there. I think it's at 52. Yes, 52 actually stopped him. They gave him the first down, but watching on the replay, 52 stopped him right at the 50-yard line.
Look for a pass play at some point. They're sending 3 wide receivers to the wide side left here. 1:04 count left in the first half. Quarterback's going to sprint this way. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it. Has a man there wide open, 21 in the open field. He's going to take it inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. That'll stop the clock after the first down. That's going to be a gain of 26, their longest gain of the night, their first completion of the night.
Yeah.
But that is 5 first downs on this possession that began back at the 5-yard line.
you kind of felt like it was coming. The clock was running out faster, and they hurried back up to the line. They still have 2 timeouts.
3 receivers to the wide side right this time. They're going to hand it to the running back, though, and he's going to be brought down after a short gain. He got inside the 25 to the 24, 2-yard gain. They'll call a timeout with 37 seconds to go. Don't know. I did not watch their kicker at all in the pregame. I don't know if they
all I saw was their punter. He didn't line up real deep. I didn't see the extra point kicker at all. So 37.6 seconds. They'll have 1 timeout remaining. Tigers have all 3 timeouts if they need them. And they'll be looking at a second down. They say that was about a 2-yard game. I didn't think he got that far, but 2-yard gain. So 2nd and 8 from 24-yard line, I guess, somewhere right in there. Keith, with the timeout, they're going to have to throw the ball. If they run it, they're going to have to take their timeout to get many plays here. I didn't notice. I don't think that time did he run to the sideline, so he doesn't have to run to the sideline to get to play every play apparently.
So after the 5-yard penalty on the punt, they have moved it 47 yards since then. There was
26 on the pass play. So
that's right.
Biggest play of the night for them. Big back is going to be flanked quarterback in the backfield.
So 4 players to the right side. Quarterback rolls that way. He's going to be sacked. It comes out. Eufaula gets it. They stripped the quarterback back around the 28-yard line. It looked like Eufaula fell on it. It looked like a quick recovery for Eufaula, and the Eufaula offense will come out with 28 seconds. So first turnover of the night goes in favor of the Tigers.
Oh, Keith, I looked up, and the clock was stopped with 31.1 seconds. I wrote down the minus yardage, look up, and it's 28.8. It was stopped at 31.1, and we lose another 3 seconds or almost to 20. Now they just put it back to 30, which is still not right, but they did run some more off, and he just signaled something against the Tigers. Was that a timeout or was it a penalty?
8 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock on that possession.
Timeout Tigers.
We have 3. We might as well use one here to discuss what they want to do here.
They're moving the chains back, too. Well, that's probably why they put time back on the clock, because we were sure fixing to get short change there. The defense is going back out on the field. Wow. I haven't seen him. Keith is asking the coaches, we have yet to see a signal as to what happened. And they did not charge us with a timeout, but he signaled something against the Tigers. I have no idea what. But they didn't mark off a penalty. It's 3rd and 12.
Quarterback rolling to the right. He's going to throw it down the field. It's incomplete. There's a flag thrown in the backfield.
Of course, they're going to help
We'll see if that's going to be a holding. That stops the clock with 25 seconds. I already done the change of possession here on my chart, but this has been an interesting possession, to say the least.
They said something against Early County.
They took over with 8:46 to go here in the second quarter. Back at their 5-yard line, they have taken.
Well, and that to give you an idea, we talked about them they took time off the clock, and then when they gave them the ball back, they put time back on the clock. Keith, that receiver was probably about a 25-yard pass down the sideline. He ran that route, and they stopped the clock in 4.1 seconds. That's pretty good.
Well, it's 3rd down and very long now after that penalty. That was a 10-yard penalty against Early County. It was a hold. So
3rd and
22 maybe.
In that neighborhood.
Now,
a quick whistle.
Eufaula's going to call a timeout here. So Eufaula uses this will actually be the first timeout, as we didn't get the timeout charged to us earlier after we didn't retain possession of the football. So this has been really weird possession. We had an offsides that gave them a first down on the punt.
That it looked like they jumped.
Right. And then it looked like an obvious fumble and a quick recovery by Eufaula. It wasn't a fight for the ball. It looked like Eufaula player fell on the ball. And somehow Early County ended up back with the football.
Well, the only thing I can think, Keith, and it couldn't have been an incomplete pass because they marked him down. He never hit the ground. The quarterback it was still standing when the ball came loose. So they marked off like it was a sack, and they couldn't say an incomplete pass because they didn't mark it back at the line of scrimmage. So I have no idea, folks. It's some of that Georgia math, I guess, over here. We're across the line, but whatever. The Tigers, the beneficiary of one of the few penalties of the night so far against Early County. They did get called for a hold. It says third. It's at least third. Yeah, that should be right. Third and long now for the Bobcats.
Big back flanks the quarterback to his left, but he just standing in the block. Quarterback's going to pull it down the run. Good job by, I believe it was Kevion Lamons who got off the block. And
he's coming out on fourth down. The clock's running. It's going to run out here. It looks like they may try to snap another one.
Well, they should call a timeout.
They have a timeout. If they take a timeout, Lamar, they had to wait for the receiver to get back from the end zone. 4, 3, 2. They did get it off.
Quarterback's going to throw a deep pass. And there's a man out there, but he leads him out of bounds. We'll go to halftime tied at 0. They kept the ball for the last 8:46 of the first half. They will receive the second half kickoff. But we're scoreless from Blakely. We talked about a close game. Couldn't be any closer than this, tied at 0.
Yeah, we'll bring you more from the Brown Heating and Air Conditioning broadcast booth right after this timeout.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-7034.
Seen this year.
Oh, yeah.
No argument from me.
And being on Georgia time, that's good for us.
We have run.
At Glover Funeral Home, family means everything. Owned and operated by Kendall and Caroline Hanahan Glover. We live by our motto, our family serving your family. We treat each family we serve as one of our own, providing care and support during your time of need. Our dedicated staff is available 24/7 by email, phone, or in person. When you need us most, Glover Funeral Home is here for you because family always comes first.
Now that we have your attention, call Lauren Streeter with Lake Home Realty for all of your real estate needs.
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful durable finish.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Bryant says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission.
Hey, we're back in Blakely where we're tied at 0 at halftime. And if you're a Tiger fan, you're actually pretty happy with that because it was Blakely with a huge advantage statistically in the first half. Eufaula did not hold Blakely without a first down on any possession. It was only 3 possessions for each team in the first half. I don't know when the last time was I saw that. Blakely actually ran the last 8:46 off the clock here in the first half. But Blakely, Early County, I guess, won the toss. They elected to defer their option to the second half. So Eufaula received the opening kickoff. Quick 3 and out for the Tigers. 3 plays only netted a yard. And they quickly gave it to Blakely, who ran 10 plays, picked up a couple of first downs, moved to 39 yards altogether on that possession, but kept her 5 minutes and 18 seconds. It's been a mostly running attack for Blakely here in the first half. After the Tigers held, they took the ball back. They picked up 9 yards on 3 plays. They came up short of the first down. They punted it back to Early County, who kept it for 6 plays, moved it 30 yards before punting it back. Now, on that possession, it was actually a down. Early County only had 2 downs on one series. It would have been 3rd down and 4. Instead, they had it 4th and 4. They punted it from the Eufaula 48-yard line. From there, Eufaula picked up their only first down in the first half. They moved it 22 yards in 5 plays. They did overcome a quick penalty, actually a movement procedure penalty on the Tigers before they even snapped the ball. They overcame that 1st and 15. Picked up a first down before coming up short and having to punt it back to Blakely. An outstanding punt by Adam Alvarez pinned the Early County Bobcats back inside the 5-yard line. That's where Early County went to work. After they picked up a first down, they were set to punt on 4th and 4 from their 23-yard line or 24-yard line. But Eufaula, they had a player move on the outside early. Eufaula reacted to it, went across the line of scrimmage. The penalty win against Eufaula, however, giving Blakely a first down, still with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. From there, they moved it all the way down the field inside the Tiger 25-yard line before what looked to be a strip sack. Eufaula recovery. They gave the ball back to Early County, but there was a holding penalty against Early County on the next play. And so ultimately the first half ran out. That was 16-play drive moving all the way from the 5-yard line. Ultimately, Early County had 58 yards of offense on that possession, 5 first downs. So when you total up the plays and downs, Eufaula only ran 11 offensive plays in the first half for 32 positive yards, 1 first down, 4 penalties against Eufaula for 20 yards in the first half. Early County, 32 offensive plays. So they ran 21 more offensive plays than Early County than Eufaula. 127 yards for Early County, 9 first downs, 2 penalties for 25 yards against the Bobcats. But when you look at it, 21 offensive plays difference, and a lot of the difference came in after that 5-yard penalty on the punt. And it's because it would have only been, I think there was 10 more plays ran after that offside penalty. So that's a huge difference. You wonder about the defense. They've done a pretty good job for the most part. They've not forced a 3 and out for Blakely, but if it continues to be this unbalanced, that'll show up at some point.
Yeah, and John Wayne, I messed up and didn't get a chance to go down to John Wayne to talk to Coach as he was leaving the field at halftime. So what you brought up about the fumble that allowed that drive to continue and the offsides penalty. John Wayne was right down there on it, has some interesting comments. I'm going to let you talk to him about that for just a moment.
Hey, guys, y'all talked to Coach when he was walking off the field, and, like we both agreed, I don't remember ever seeing a 0-0 tie in Early County between Eufaula and Early County all the way back to when we were all young guys. But, Coach said defensively we're playing a good ball game. Offensively, we got to quit getting the ball behind the sticks. Offside penalties, movement penalties, things like that are hurting us. We have to keep moving the ball forward. We got to start getting first downs. Like Keith said, we've only had one, and you can't win ball games with just one first down. The offsides play, I was standing right on top of it. Their lineman did stand up and draw our guy off. I mean, just behind me, I can't argue that. And then down here on the fumble, I noticed their quarterback turned around in a frantic like he had dropped the ball. And the white hat wound it back up like they recovered the ball, like a running play. Then the big guy in the middle, he stopped the clock, and they had the discussion. And I asked Coach about that, and they said our guy never got on top of the ball. So that's why they retained the ball after we thought we recovered the fumble. Well, looking at the quarterback's reaction, he spun around, and you could see the disappointment, like, oh, we lost the ball.
Right.
But, in Early County, it's always a battle down here.
Well, it's been, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but they actually gave them one less down.
And that was their coaches were. You said, I wonder if their coaches were coming unglued, hollering third down. That's why he called timeout, white hat. They got all together. I really don't think any of them knew, so he went fourth down. Let's move on. But their coaches were having a fit on the other side.
So we've seen 3 calls in this game that were iffy. 2 of them went against Eufaula. 1 of them went in favor of Eufaula. Of course, that was a egregious error with the down, costing them a down. You don't know what would happen on that possession.
That punt offside was huge.
Yeah,
because they came right on down the field.
That's right. So as it turns out, the missed call on the fumble recovery really didn't cost Eufaula anything other than a chance to possibly do something stupid at the end of the first half offensively.
I kept figuring they was going to take 4 shots,
right?
Because they have some receivers that are pretty fast. Their offensive line's not very big. They got 2 big guys, and the other 4 are pretty small guys, but they're quick, and they get themselves in a good position to make little blocks. But Eufaula's 2 big down guys, they've made a difference on these running game with that big running back. They're the ones that are getting through and making. Obviously, there's not a knee pad rule in the state of Georgia. A couple of those guys, defensive backs especially, their knee pads are up mid-thigh. It ain't even close. It's like some of the college guys you see look like they're wearing short pants. But
right. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that really tonight. We play a lot of places with LED lights where it's really bright. It's not terribly bright. There's not a lot of contrast on the paint on the field, so it's kind of hard to pick up some of these yard lines and marks. Plus, we're not terribly high here, but it is as far as room, we have plenty of room over here at Early County. It's a nice older facility here, just not terribly high, so it's hard to pick up some of these down in distance as you get on down the field. But
I'm like you. I'm just in shock. It was on their visitor side. On their home side. I've seen that thing standing room only more than one time in my life, and with them winning their region, you would think that they'd be packed out over there.
And given the fact it's also, Eufaula coming in, that it's a game they'd also like to win, and I bet there's not 250 people over there.
Yeah.
So that's just really surprising, given the importance or how important football has always been down here. But it is harvest time. I saw a lot of
peanut picking going on.
Yeah,
coming up
I saw
road.
that. So you wonder if that didn't factor into it as well. So who knows? But
the Peanut Festival in Dothan did start tonight
Peanut
too.
Festival started. I know some people that are headed down tomorrow to that. So a lot of things going on this time of year. Of course, this weekend is the weekend that we come off daylight savings time and we fall back. Unfortunately, when we get ready to go up Sunday afternoon, it'll be dark by 5 p.m. Central Time. So we'll lose an hour, or we gain an hour in sleep, but we're going to lose an hour of daylight this weekend. So at any rate,
man, I forgot all about that. You just bear of bad news.
Yeah. So at any rate, we hopefully the Tigers come out for the last 24 minutes. And if you did tune in late, you missed the announcement before the game. But Eufaula will travel to Beauregard and take on Beauregard, the Hornets, in the first round of the playoffs next Friday night. That's where the Tigers will be to take on Beauregard. Beauregard play in Russell County tonight. And
it was 7-0 in the first quarter, Russell County. They are 30 minutes behind us. We started early. Talk about that a little bit, Keith. We sat on during the week when we first heard about it. Talked about it a little bit amongst ourselves, but we knew an investigation was going on. Eufaula didn't have anything to do with it. It really didn't benefit us that much, but it help us as far as traveling next week, who we play and where we go. But Charles Henderson had at least one ineligible player that I'm not sure how many games they're going to have to forfeit, but it's enough that they had already told the schools. Coach Jernigan called me over before we got started. I was waiting on the official announcement from the state, and he said he had already been notified and told that he would be going to Beauregard next week. And we kind of waited for our 30 minutes or 45 minutes before pregame up here for an official announcement that I still haven't seen come out by the state. But even the assistant coaches, we checked with them before we went on there, and they said, yes, we've been told we're going to Beauregard. So it's an official if they've done notified them. It'll come out. They got a lot of things going on with the state. You got to remember, too, they got, what is it? I'd stop and think. 8 times 4, so 32, and then 32 times 7. Or no, they're 7A. It'd be 32 times 6. They got a whole bunch of schools coming tomorrow to AUM where they have the coaches come if you're in the playoffs. So you've got through 6A, 8 classifications or 8 regions, 4 teams to each region. So 32 times 6, whatever that is, and then you'd have 16 in 7A.
That'd be 192 plus the 16 be 208.
There'll be 208 teams represented tomorrow, and they've got to they go and they introduce themselves and they go through all that. So the state has their hands full getting ready for that tomorrow morning, I'm sure. But they've done notified who needs to be notified, and we just passed it along to y'all. So we were just passing along what we were told, and I'm sure it'll come out in black and white soon. But it is official if the teams have been notified. So, and saying that, Keith, I'm not saying Beauregard would be any easier opponent, but when you look at it, would you rather go to somebody who's 6-4, 5-5, whatever their record is?
They're 5-4 coming into the night,
and looking at some common opponents that we've done pretty well. If you're looking at that, or travel twice as far up the state, up by close to Gadsden, and play the number 2 team in the state. And with the winningest coach of all time, he passed Terry Curtis this year. I believe I'd rather take my chances at Beauregard.
Yeah.
So to recap that, folks, I got a text earlier during the game and was asking how come we weren't number 2 seed, because they said if we'd have beat Charles Henderson, we'd have been number 2 seed. Yes, but you got to understand
it was a
3-way tie that put us at 4th because it would have been all things equal, Charles Henderson, Eufaula, and
Andalusia.
It'd have been a 3-way tie. Everybody had beat everybody. It come down to a lot of parables into tonight but it looked like we would have been number 2. When Charles Henderson, if they ruled ineligible, they're out of the sequence, and it falls back to a 2 team, which would be Andalusia and Eufaula. And of course, Eufaula lost that head-to-head, so Andalusia gets the nod at number 2. They'll host Elmore County next week, and the Tigers will travel to Beauregard.
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at
and that puts Greenville in I had somebody say, well, that puts Headland in. No, it's not Headland. It puts Greenville in the playoffs.
Yeah, Greenville finished with 2 regional wins, 2-4. Headland finished 1-5. So that puts Greenville in. Actually 3 and 4. So coming over here tonight, we left. In all fairness, we were thinking the Tigers were 4-5 coming into tonight. We get over here at kickoff time, Tigers were 5-4. So that bowl's a little better. And 2, I got asked this week about losing seasons. There've been very few losing seasons, around 3 or somewhere in that range in the last 40 plus years.
with Eufaula. If the Tigers could win this one and come out on top tonight, that would virtually assure them of a winning season. I guess it would. So at 5-4, that'd make them 6-4, and if they win one in the playoffs, that's that much better. But at least it'd give you a winning season.
Well, you got to look at it too. If the Tigers had finished second, they would have had Elmore County at home the first round. But the second round, more than likely, if chalk holds, they go to Demopolis. That's a long trip across the state. As it is, fairly short trip up to Beauregard. If you can win that game, you got a shot at Viger at home. They got to come from Mobile all the way to Eufaula. So you kind of like.
Considering that's the opening day of deer season, I'd rather somebody come to Eufaula than us have to travel across the state. If I had to travel to Demopolis and be in a tree stand at 5 o'clock next morning, I believe I'd just stop on the way back.
That's right. So if you look at it, you certainly would like to have a better seed, but moving up one spot appears to be beneficial for the Tigers. Helps their chances of advancing after next week. Of course, we've already mentioned it in the pregame. Central Clay County undefeated, have only played one game that stayed within a touchdown this year. That was against a 6A opponent. So it'll be the Tigers and the Beauregard Hornets next week. We'll try to give you an update on that score from Russell County and Beauregard as the night moves along. But we'll take another timeout. We'll be back with we may have the second half kickoff when we come back because it's counting down. The band for Early County is still playing, but we'll be back after this commercial break.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use. Head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutter Man Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful durable finish.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Stephen W. Bryan, candidate for Barber County Commission, District 2, is a big supporter of Eufaula Tiger football. Stephen lives, works, worships, and shops in our county, and his motto is, I am here. He plans to be accessible to the people of his district and will share his personal email and phone numbers. Stephen says, I ultimately will answer my God for the choices I make and take that seriously. I will be teachable, respectful, genuine, a man of integrity, and above board in every decision I make for the betterment of the whole of Barber County. Paid for by the Friends of Stephen W. Bryan for County Commission.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
Yeah. You never did.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? Apex Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
Hey, this is Pastor Jimmy Simmons with Chester Chapel. We would like to invite you to come out with us to worship with us at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings for Sunday school and 11 o'clock for a worship service, and then Wednesday night at 6:30. And as always, go Tigers.
Kept it the whole quarter without us having the ball.
Back.
All right, we're back in Early County in Blakely, Georgia. They put a little time back on the clock here at halftime. Still 2 minutes left. I wonder if it'll draw a penalty here, as it was the Early County band that was still in the field that caused this delay. But either way, we were talking about 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Early County kept the ball there to end the first half. They get the ball first here in the third quarter. If the Tigers don't force a 3 and out, if they pick up a first down, they're going to keep it for a whole quarter of game action without the Tiger offense touching the football.
Well, the good news about that is we've sandwiched halftime in between there, because that'll wear your defense out in a heartbeat. But at least they did get the big break in between there, so it won't be quite as bad. But as this game winds on, you got to think that's got to be rough on our defense. 11, I think Coach said 13, but that was probably
it was
a
the
couple
2 penalty plays.
Just I was going to say probably plays he called that had the penalties on them, but we had them for 11 official, and they ran 21 more than us. So what was that, 32 total or something?
Yeah, they had 32 to our 11, and of course there were some penalties on theirs too. So
yeah, so that's going to wear on your defense, and if this third quarter shapes up that same way, it's going to be a tired Eufaula defense for the fourth quarter.
And Tigers down a couple of players that are not playing tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Xavier Dennis, who was player of the week 2 or 3 weeks back, he is out for the Tigers tonight. Minor injury, could have probably played in a crunch. And also Dice Barnett not playing tonight. So a couple of players down on the defensive line for the Tigers. And in this kind of game where it's a physical running game, you miss 2 seniors on that D line. The Tiger defense front a little thin for this one tonight. So the Tigers will kick off for the first time tonight. It is Cooper Wingate with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. As
0-0 in this type game. Cooper Wingate could come out big here. They're not respecting him. Well, he's backing up a little bit to the 15 now, but
we've seen Cooper drive it deep inside the 5 here of late. So if he opts to do that, kick it away to the side like he has been, he could put it in the end zone here.
Maybe the Tigers could beat him to the punch. Coach is trying to back them up a little bit.
He does drive it. Now they're going to
call us offsides. Let's see. Actually, I watched the replay, Keith. We got about that, and it was actually the farthest man on front of the Early County bench, right where the first flag came from, was about a half a yard offsides.
So that's the 5th penalty against the Tigers for now 25 yards. All garden variety 5-yard penalties, but they've been, kind of at crucial times, particularly that offsides on the punt.
They brought the returners way up, way more than 5 yards. So
now look at the shift they have on. They think he's going to kick it. They don't. They're shifting around. They were actually lined up. They think he's going to corner kick it over here in front of the Eufaula bench. They don't know. Wingate's pretty good with that thing. He can put it wherever.
This time he's going to kick it straight away.
Wow.
Actually, a little left. He booms it down. It hits and goes into the end zone. So from the 35-yard line.
Oh, so close.
Goodness. What a great kick that time from Cooper Wingate. This has been amazing to watch his leg get stronger, Doug, over the last couple of years. And he booted a 39-yard field goal from the hash mark last week against Charles Central. That would have been good from quite a bit further. So
perfect. Yeah, he really boomed that one, and caught. Early County was not expecting that whatsoever. They thought they were going to corner kick it over again to the side, and a great job by Wingate to just kick it over to the left side a little bit, and they'll start out at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, in high school football, the touchback starts from the 20. So Early County in that tight set once again. One wide receiver split out, one split in. They're going to hand it off, but the mesh is met by the Tiger defensive line. They're going to actually fall forward for about a yard gain on that play, but good penetration by the Eufaula defensive line. They met the quarterback and fullback on the mesh that time, and Early County good to hold on to it. They actually give them 2 yards on that play.
I don't think so, but whatever. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ball carriers.
There's no way. I just
half.
Watched the replay, and he went down. Yeah. He went down just across the 20-yard line. But either way, good play by the D-line, and Eufaula 2nd down and 8 from the 22. They will run it this time. Quarterback keeps it. Penetration. brought down back inside the 20. We'll see where they actually spot it down. It's going to be around the 18, so that'll be a loss of 4 on that play.
Keith, I'm going to tell you, if you think about it, that's the third time we've caught them behind the line of scrimmage. One time it was a face mask, the flag. Another time it was a fumble, and they didn't let it stand. This time it stands, and they only mark him for a 2-yard loss.
3 yard. They marked it to the 19 because they given him this 22 on the previous play. Literally on these spots on their offense, there's about a yard discrepancy every time.
The officials have more yardage than anybody else so far.
So 3rd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Still a tight formation. They're going to run a little reverse this time. Eufaula is there. They're going to bring him back.
Flag.
They're going to throw a flag for a potential face mask here.
Well, it's right in front of the Early County bench. It could be a hole. We could wouldn't count on it.
They had brought him down for a loss back around the 16-yard line, it looked like. And
he just throwed his elbow towards the Eufaula side. He's trying to say he tackled him up high. He's showing it like he grabbed him around the neck, but that ain't a penalty. They're going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage, looks like.
They've yet to say. Now they're going to say personal foul, face mask, Eufaula.
Folks, this is starting to get – this is why you can't play schools across the darn state line. It just happens so many. I mean, Eufaula was involved in one that was written in a book by Ron Ingram Hardaway years ago.
That was
just
in
crazy stuff.
1986, I think. I think it was 86 season.
That gives them a first down.
So first down for Early County after the 15-yard penalty. Quarterback keeping it on option. He cuts it back inside. He's in the open field, and he does have pretty good speed and quickness. He takes it across. He takes it across the 45 to the 48-yard line. So that is a 17-yard gain according to what I have. They actually marked it at 49, so 18 yards. I didn't give the yard. I called it what it actually was. I should have accounted for the extra yard.
There you go. You're going to give him an extra one.
So 1st and 10, Early County now, 10-15 and counting in the third quarter. Coming up on 12 straight minutes of offensive possession for Early County going back to the first half. Every receiver turns up early. They're going to hand it to the big man, Williams. He is stacked up. He'll pick up 2. We'll see where they spot him. He went down at the 49. Let's see where they actually spot it. It's right in front of us this time. They're going to spot it at the 49. Accurate spot this time. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 9:49 and counting here. We are at 12 straight minutes of offensive possession now for Early County. Motion back inside, pistol formation. Quarterback going to keep it. He's going to bootleg pass. He's rolling out. Tigers put pressure on him. They throw it back. A good defensive play that time. Great timing on that. We'll have to get the number. I believe it was going to be Jalen Parker on the defense for the Tigers. There was an accurate throw by the quarterback. He threw it on the run, and Parker was there to knock the ball out. Great timing.
Watching on the replay, 75 had handful of Eufaula jersey on that one. They kept him from getting to the quarterback. No flag. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. We may have to go down to John Wayne after this, and if they can manufacture an official's first down after this one again.
So 9:23, the clock is stopped. It's going to be a pistol formation, but they'll have 3 split wide this time. Motion by the man. They're going to quarterback keeper. He runs the option. It's just a lead option up to the big man, Williams.
Holding, oh my goodness.
And they're not going to call the holding, and Williams going to go all the way to the touchdown, 49 yards.
It was easy to seal that corner over that time, folks. They nearly tackled our corner over at about the 25-yard line. No flag. My goodness, 49 yards.
They brought the man back in motion. So that's the Florida State commit that took it all the way. It would have been a one-on-one tackle situation for the defensive back over there who was being held. But it's a 49-yard touchdown run by number 47, C.J. Williams.
Got to see a little bit of his size and speed on that play.
They must not have a extra point kicker because they're going to be going for 2 here. You see why there's so much animosity between these two teams. The officials make it that way on a lot of it.
They're going to run the 2-point conversion. Quarterback keeps it. He's into the end zone, standing up untouched. So 8-0 now is your score. Been impressed with the little quarterback, Evan Grist. 5'9", 150-pound junior quarterback, but he's got good speed. He got a pretty good arm, and ran that inside zone play very well that time. John Wayne, I don't know if your vantage point was a little different from us down the field, but what did you see on that touchdown run?
Hang on.
So, coach has really been in this official's ear on this side because their motion guy is turning up early. Every play he goes in motion, he turns up early. And coach has really been leaning on him hard.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I called it a time or two. He is consistently turning it up early. And I was looking, he kind of came in and blocked back on that touchdown run. I was looking for a crackback, but didn't really have a crackback. He sealed our linebacker for them to get the corner. And once Williams turned the corner, he had open sidelines all the way down to about the 25-yard line where their wide receiver was blocking on our defensive back and went all the way for the score. It's a good play call for them, well executed. Kickoff, going to split the Tiger.
Oh, come on, guys.
Return man, and it's going to go and be picked up at the goal line. Be returned, and Tiger's going to be bottled up about the 15-yard line.
If he would have let that one go about another yard or two, it would have been a touchback.
Yeah. It would only, as it turns out, been about maybe 5 yards difference in field position as it would have been at the 20. He did a good job. I believe it was a Torian Slaughter. Did a good job getting it out to the 15. Just the fourth possession of the night for Eufaula with 9:11 to go here in the third quarter. 8-0 now the score in favor of Early County. Trying to get the ball back over to the Early County sideline. So the Tigers, 3 receivers stacked to the right, 1 split to the left, 1 back in the backfield with the quarterback, McCoy. Now they're going to bring Slaughter inside. McCoy rolling, looking. He's going to throw it. It is tipped. McCoy was being pressured back inside the 5-yard line by 2 Bobcats. One of them got his hands up and tipped that one incomplete. Second down, 10.
9:06 to go in the third quarter. 8-0 now. The Bobcats lead the Tigers.
That was really kind of slow developing. I don't know that he had anyone really open on that play. Might have been a break for the Tigers that the ball got tipped. McCoy takes it. Going to throw a quick wide receiver screen, and we miss a block on the outside, and the defensive back able to make the tackle right there for your 1-yard loss. You got to make that block, Doug. If you don't make that block, that's what happens.
Yeah, and we can't block long enough to get the receivers down the field. It surprised me how they're stopping the Eufaula running game with only a 3-man front.
So Tigers, 3 receivers to the short side right again, one split wide to the left. Tigers in the same formation they ran on first down. They're going to throw it this time. It's going to be tipped away. It's intended for Zai DeVos, but the defensive back got back there and tipped it away. It'll be a 3-and-out. It'll be the third of the night. That's only 14 plays for the Tiger offense so far tonight, and it'll be Early County looking to get good field position this time.
Yeah, we're going to go drop back in our end zone here for this punt too. So we need a good snap and a good punt here as they're sending two people back now. They've seen enough of the rolling. The Tigers have been getting some advantage on some rolls. They're going to send 2 people back as Early County takes the timeout. They either had too many or not enough folks. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They had 12 people on the field, and that ball was snapped. I guess they gave them the timeout. So a timeout to avoid a penalty there.
So that was
they wouldn't have been a first down, so I might would have just taken the penalty.
So it was three pass plays for the Tigers, 1 completion for a loss of a yard. So it is a situation here where Tigers desperately need a good kick, trailing by 8.
Well, dropping 2 back, you don't think they're going to come after him, but they have had a lot of pressure on the Eufaula punter tonight. Biggest thing is if it's below his waist, he tends to bend down a lot. He did touch his knee down earlier in the season. We just need a good clean snap and let him get it away. It's a great
Good
snap.
Alvarez gets away, booming punt. It's a knuckleball going to come down at the 44-yard line, and the Tigers are right there. Reed Hinton down there to cover him, and they never got him to the ground, but they're going to start at the 45-yard line. So excellent punt that time for Alvarez. Good snap by Hinton. Hinton got down, hustled down, was the first man on the tackle for Eufaula. So from the 46-yard line, about as good as you could hope for if you're a Tiger fan. That's where Early County will take over with 8:13 to go here in the
good execution by the Eufaula punt squad, but also good job by the Early County receiver to gather that one in. That was one of those high ones that you see booted a lot of times in that situation, but nothing there.
This has probably been Alvarez's best night punting of the season, in my opinion. Movement. They're not
How
set.
did you get away with that?
Two people moved. They're going to throw it. There's a man there, and he drops it. Thank the Lord. If you're a Tiger fan, number 4 had it hit him right in the hands. He got behind the Tiger defense for the second time tonight, and he dropped it.
Folks,
Second down 10.
You probably saw it on the screen. The far flanker receiver was split way back. He took, a good 4 steps forward, didn't even get stopped before the ball was
before the other man went in motion.
And
so that is, he has to be set for a count before the other man goes in motion. So there were actually could have been 2 penalties on that play, both against the offense. Neither were called. Unfortunate.
Expected.
Second 10, 46-yard line of Eufaula. They're going to hand it off to the big back this time, Williams. And he is pushing the pile. He's going to push it inside the 40 to the 41. They're going to give him close to the 42. So if that spot, well, we'll see. They're going to spot him down the 39-yard line. It's going to be 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. Certainly 4-down territory here for Early County, but a 7-yard gain by the big man Williams. It'll be Williams again. He takes it from the quarterback. He'll get forward, and he goes down right around. Actually, they're going to give him the 35-yard line. He needed 3. He got 4. It'll be first down Early County. $7:36 to go here in the third. 8-0 is the score in favor of Early County. Well, they spotted it back to the 36-yard line, but it's still a first down.
They're taking their time here with no play clocks. They can burn an awful lot. The time of possession is going to be incredibly a lot for the Bobcats tonight over the Tigers.
It was a 45-second possession for Eufaula last time they had the ball. Going to hand it off. Confusion in the backfield. Eufaula's there to bring him down for a 1-yard gain, they say, where they spotted him. Well, they moved it back, so 0. I guess there's no gain on that play. They initially came down the line at the 35-yard line, but they did move it back to the 36. So 2nd and 10 now. Clock on the move, 6:45 and counting here in the third. Tight formation once again for Early County as they'll have double wings. One back is the big back Williams. They're going to hand it on the jet sweep around the left end. Eufaula getting held on the outside, and they do turn the corner, but a short gain down to the 32-yard line. Call that a gain of 4 on that play.
Jimmy, there's been kidnapping charges holding up some folks that long.
At this point, if we're not going to play by the rules, we might as well just throw them out the window. I mean, it's bad.
As we said, it's been a rough night for the officials. 3 obvious blown calls in the first half. Missed a down, took a down away from Early County, then the offsides on the punt against Eufaula, then an obvious fumble recovery that was not awarded to Eufaula. Handoff up the middle. No, the quarterback keeps it around the end. He breaks containment. He's going to have a Early County first down as he gets inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. They kind of lull you to sleep on that.
That was a good read by the quarterback.
And it looks like he is at the third. That's a 10-yard gain. Quarterback has really hurt us with his legs here in the second half, Doug. We're really selling out to stop that big back Williams. And when he pulls it, he has running room. So another first down for Early County. That's 2 on this possession that began back at the Eufaula 46-yard line. 5:15 and counting here in the third. Motion. They're going to run a tall sweep to the motion man. Getting held. Finally, there are 2 flags come down. We're hoping actually 3 flags are down. That was a.
I was just fixing to say somebody could make a highlight film of these holes and opportune calls tonight, but that one has to be. There was 2 flags. Eufaula man. Well, you got that one right, official.
I don't know what the one on unless they were throwing it, just didn't throw it very far. The 2 on the outside definitely were going on the hold, and Early County's already walking backwards.
It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. And I was going to say, I think they marked it too far, but Keith, I don't know. How much did they lose on? It still says first down, though.
Yeah, they marked that. They marked that from the spot that time. That was a 14-yard penalty.
Well, we are in Georgia. It very well could be from the spot over here.
There's a pass play. It's going to be a fade down the field. It's going to be intercepted. It was tough because trying to put on the brakes out there was the Eufaula cornerback. He was looking back, trying to catch the ball as he was sliding. He was losing his feet, and he was unable to hold on to the football. That would have halted the possession right there, as it is going to be second down 24.
Their quarterback is 1 for 9 tonight for 26 yards. One big pass play.
0 for 2 on this possession. So it's second down and 24 from the Tiger 36-yard line. 4:51 on the clock here in the third quarter. Early County leads 8-0.
All they got to do is run the ball. They'll get a flag to help them out here. Watch.
Going to hand it off to Williams, but the Tiger defense has him stacked up that time.
Good
that
job.
play will indeed lose a yard, I believe.
Not where she's got it, Mark.
They're going by the guy on the far side, I believe. They do lose a yard on that play. So the clock continues to move. 4:30 on the running clock here in the third. It'll be third down and 25. First down should come, if they were able to do so, down around the 13-yard line. A 12-yard line.
Could be 4-down territory, too.
Unless they pick up some good yardage here, I'd be surprised. They're going to run a bootleg pass. Quarterback looking to throw back. He is going to be sacked back at midfield. Actually going to give it to the 48-yard line, but that play loses 11 yards that time. Good play by the Tiger defense. It was pretty much the whole defensive front that got in there that time. Kevion Lamons, Najavius Curry, and others in on that stack for the Tigers. Loss of 11. Good play by the Tiger defense, turning back that Early County possession. Tigers couldn't afford to give up any more points there.
You got to worry. You got to feel like we're still going back. This could be one of the best chances for Eufaula to score tonight because the offense hadn't hit on a whole lot. Hadn't had a lot of chances, but I like Steele's chances of returning one.
Punter's been pretty erratic tonight. He kicks it high, but not very deep, so that doesn't bode well for him. High snap, not a lot of pressure, but he kicks it low this time, but the snapper is down there covering. He's going to take a big Early County roll inside the 20. He's going to roll dead about the 12-yard line. 13-yard line, they say, if they're accurate. So that was still 9 plays by the Early County offense, Doug. So unofficially, we got them with 41 plays to 11. To 14. 41 plays to 14 for Eufaula. From the 13-yard line, Eufaula will snap it. Shotgun formation. Jalen Wright flanked to the left of the quarterback, McCoy. He has 3 receivers to the right, 1 split to the left. So this is only the 5th possession of the night for Eufaula.
I'm not sure what Coach Jernigan was upset about. We may get it from John Wayne here in just a second, but the head official just now back out setting the clock as he was having a discussion with Coach Jernigan.
Low snap. Ball's on the ground. McCoy has to fall on it back inside the 10.
He was taking off.
Right around the 6-yard line. So that's a 7-yard loss on first down. So that's exactly the same thing that happened, a 7-yard loss on that last possession for Eufaula last week. I'm sorry, next to last possession last week against Charles Henderson, the Tigers had it out near midfield and lost 7 yards on the first play of that possession. On a similar type situation where they kind of missed the mesh in the backfield, it appeared. So second.
I feel like I'm watching porn.
Second and long. McCoy drops back, going to throw it. Has a man out here. It's on the sidelines, and he is in bounds. It should be good enough for a first down. All the way out to the 20.
They're marking him short. He has to be a first down. He caught the ball, went out past the marker.
It looked like it from here.
Yeah, right here on the replay. I just saw it. He was in front of the marker.
They're trying to move it.
Well, they just moved the marker.
They're saying third down, and
what the hell?
They're saying first down. First down.
It's got to be.
So we'll give them 17 on that play. So that was a big pass play for the Tigers to get off their goal line, trailing 8-0 here. Under 2 minutes to go. Movement. We're going to have procedure on Tigers is that we had people moving before the ball was snapped.
They can see ours, but they can't see theirs.
It is a false start, they say. So another penalty. Tigers start behind the sticks on a first down yet again.
He tells them to roll the clock. Fortunately for us, the clock has not started yet. But he's got something. Head official's not paying attention to anything except what's going on the Eufaula sideline. Now he's going to take officials' timeout and come over here. Coach Jernigan is not happy. I don't blame him. I mean, he's about had an eyeful tonight. And he's sitting over here trying to explain, and all Jarrell can do is just shake his head and walk off. But
they are pressing our receiver, the split to the right now. Safety is all the way in the middle of the field. So
they probably can hold them and get away with it, too, when off the line of scrimmage. We'll see.
So we're going to run it to Jalen Wright around the left side. Wright, the open field for the first time tonight, cuts it back inside. They tackle it at the football, but Wright will have a big play out to the 36-yard line.
No flag.
So might as well give him the 37. I believe that's 15 yards on that play. I think. No, that's 20 yards on that play because we overcame a 5-yard penalty.
Snap.
They're going to throw it to Bernie Smith. Smith makes a man miss. He's up across the 40. He's up to the 44-yard line. So 7 yards on that reception. Tigers getting a little rhythm going on offense now, Doug. Still in the third quarter. They only trail by a touchdown, 8-0 here. Sounds alive from the Tiger offense. 2nd and 3. Going to hand it off to Wright. Once again, Wright cutting inside. He's going to go forward. If they give him forward progress, he'll be right at the first down marker.
You can mark him just short.
Far side has him with the first down.
Yeah, but look at where she's got it marked, and the chain gang guy's got it marked even further back. Well, he's moving it up now.
Got it. That's a first down.
Should be. We can ask for a measurement. Coach asked for a measurement. It's first down. She's stopping now.
She's saying,
but she should, because the guy, he was ready to move the chains. One of the chain gang guys, and now they're telling him first down. Gee.
So that is 3 first downs on this possession that started back at the Tiger 13. So the Tigers have moved it now 35 yards on this possession here late in the third quarter. We're nearing the end of the third quarter. If this is a running play, this will be the final play of the third quarter. Motion by Slaughter across. Let me Wright once again, and penetration. That'll end the third quarter with no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10 when we come back after this commercial break. 8-0, Early County leads. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this timeout.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
We're back in Early County.
We just went from 2nd and 7 to.
Yeah, we lost.
I noticed where he told them to get, and
hey, we were going to be 2nd 10. We gained 3 yards. Hey, if they let that stand, I don't know if they're looking at it. I don't know if they know for sure, but we gained 3 yards here if they let that stand.
Nobody back deep for Early County. If the Tigers can get just a moment and McCoy can get some air up under the ball, we can put 6 on the board.
12 minutes to go here. They're going to let it stand because they don't really know.
Yeah,
we've seen some struggles with the chain game tonight. Both of them have worked out in the Tigers' favor so far.
Right. It was 0 yards on the last carry, but second.
Now throw it. Oh, my goodness. Good job throwing it low that time because it was 2-on-2 here in the left flat. And
I don't know about a good job throwing it low. If he could have got some air under it, there was nobody deep.
If he did put some air under it and let him down the field, but
yeah.
if he threw it flat to him, it was a potential interception.
3rd down and 7 now, we'll call it. Tigers on the far hash mark now. Nobody back deep, but they are playing off the receivers on this play.
It looks like they're coming on a blitz this time, Doug. They're walking the linebackers up. We're adjusting. We'll see what the Tigers come out. Going to have to get it out there fast. We haven't really been quick on our release tonight. McCoy's going to take a 3-step drop. He's going to throw it. Has a man there. It's going to be
we can't get an interference.
It was DeVos that time who went up high. He had the ball hit him in the hands. It would have been an outstanding catch if he could have come down with it, but he was unable to. So a pair of incompletions here. It's going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers on 4th down. That does stop the clock with 11:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. But it's been ball possession by Early County, keeping the ball away from the Tigers. You know, the pressure goes right back on the Tiger defense, Doug. They really need to pin them deep and try to force a 3-and-out here.
Would you dare try a fake punt right here? They got 10 men up, so I doubt it.
Tiger's going to shift around.
I don't remember us shifting 2 people before.
We are.
It is a fake, and there's a flag. We didn't.
And they stopped.
But it's not his call. We didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, but it's not the head official's call.
So we'll see. Is that should be a dead ball penalty? They threw the flag before the snap, or as they snap. I don't know if that's a penalty they can decline.
He called an illegal shift.
So it is. That goes in favor of the Tigers because we did not pick up the.
Yeah, I thought he blew it dead before I heard our coaches say he blew it dead. So we should get a chance to punt that, Keith, but
they're
not here tonight. We're not going to. Coach Jernigan's halfway, 3 or 4 yards out on the field, saying the same thing.
You know,
we are across state lines. At what point can you just put them in the bus and say, jeez, that's ridiculous.
There's a guy from Eufaula, this Georgia High School Athletic Association official, and he says on non-region weekends they filter their best officials to the region games, and non-region games get everybody that's left, and it's evident here tonight.
They need to shake that filter a little bit because it's got some of the good ones somewhere else. We'll go down to John Wayne in a minute and see if he can repeat some of the stuff Jarrell's been getting told or said or whatever on the sideline here, as a huge break again for Early County to get this ball where they did.
Yeah, I mean, it was an opportunity, Doug, to pin them deep. You can't really blame the fake there, but they're going to hand it off. It's going to be on the Tiger defense, try to stop them here. But if this time they connect, it's going to be a touchdown for Early County in one play. The clock never started.
47 yards. He felt like they'd take a shot there. Let's go down to John Wayne and see if we can find out some of the ins and outs of what was going on. John Wayne, take it away.
Yeah, so on that punt play right there, the official came over and told Jarrell that was a dead ball foul, and that they was going to turn over possession. On the offense, the offsides there, where the young lady called offsides on the defense, and the other side called offside on the offense. He told him that we had 3 people move that caused him to jump what she saw. It's just, I mean, you're in Early County. You just got to fight through it.
So you're telling me he came across on the fake punt, said it was a dead ball foul. So
Yep. Illegal shift was a dead ball foul.
So we should have had the opportunity to punt.
The
Flag on this play.
Flag on the play, so we'll wait and see. Should go against Early County here. It's currently 14-0, and they ran another second off the clock after the touchdown was scored.
Something against Early County, so we gotta try to get the numbers a little closer before it comes out in the paper tomorrow, I'm sure. Jimmy.
Well, remember the Tigers trailed 28-3 last time they were down here in the fourth quarter before mounting a frantic comeback. 5-yard penalty on the 2-point try. They bring it all the way over to the right hash mark this time. So the wide side to the left, the big back Williams behind the quarterback. Quarterback's going to bootleg out to that side. He throws it. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage out there at that time in the end zone by the Tigers. He was wrapped up. It was not an accurate throw, but it was Jalen Parker on the defense for the Tigers. So the 2-point conversion, no good. That'll leave the score 14-0 in favor of the Early County Bobcats. 11:42 still to go here in the game. So there's plenty of time, Doug. The Tiger offense needs to get something going.
Yeah, they hadn't had a lot of possessions tonight, but here again, Keith, how many weeks have we said this year Tigers are in the second half late, and we're looking at a big 0 on the board. So you can't win if you can't score. So, it could be receiver, it could be offensive line, it could be quarterback. You can point to whoever you want to point at, but Tigers got to make some changes to start putting some points on the board.
Well, it was 34-point output at Russell County week 2, but I think it's been some adjustments by the defenses that have played us to try to shut the running game down. Now tonight, as you said, they've run a 3-man front. They're walking their linebackers up, so putting quite a few in the box.
Well, they're doing a good job of blitzing and bringing it from different ways. Obviously, they watched the Wetumpka game film.
Kick, straightaway kick is going to come down this time. Be fielded by Zakai Steele about the 12-yard line. He cuts back inside. He is going to go down across the 35, around the 37. We'll see where they actually spot him. Down. 11:31 on the game clock. Tigers now down by 14. You know, it's 3-0 at halftime last week. And it was the defensive scoop and score. The only points for Charles Henderson. It's been 2 touchdowns here in just over a quarter for Early County here in the second half. From the 36-yard line, McCoy takes it. Has time. He's going to pump. He's going to throw. Overthrows his man. He had a receiver running stride for stride with a defensive back, but he didn't have inside position. That pass just a little bit overthrown, intended for Zai DeVos.
Yeah, just not real clear on the pass plays there, Keith. We got to find a little offense and be able to do something. We're not hitting on nothing, and you feel like they still got a chance. I mean, the playoffs in front of them. You got Russell County leading Beauregard 28-7 now in that ball game, but we got to find a way to score.
2nd and 10. McCoy takes it. He's looking to throw. He throws him pass. It's going to be intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. So with 11-17 to go. $11:17 to go. It's now 20-0 in favor of Early County. That Doug, we've dodged a bullet a time or two already tonight where their outside guy was close. That time he undercut the receiver. The ball kind of floated out slowly.
Well, we got a young quarterback, but Keith, he hadn't looked off a receiver all year. He looks at who he's going to throw it to, and they know they're biting on it. So
they're actually going to attempt to kick this. It's going to be C.J. Williams, the big fullback, to kick it. Kick is up. It looks wide right, and they confirm it is wide right. So 20-0 is the score now. So the Tigers will go back out to return another kickoff. So if the scores that we had the update just a moment ago, Doug, is that game being played Russell County or at Beauregard? Do you know?
Where's it at, Jimmy? Russell County.
It's in Russell County. So both Beauregard and Eufaula on the road tonight. Both of them down by 21 points here. As there's more time in that game still, but this one here in the fourth quarter, but could be a pair of 5-5 teams battling it out in Beauregard next week. It is Slaughter and Steele back deep once again to return this. They both stand just inside their 10-yard line, right around the 9. Each man on the hash mark. Here's the approach. There's a kick. It's going to be a short kick this time, angled toward the sideline. It goes out of bounds. So the Tigers will have the opportunity to take it at the 35-yard line or make them re-kick. Tigers have actually returned a couple out past the 35-yard line. They might opt to make them re-kick, Doug. As you said, that might be the best, as good a chance of scoring as any on a special teams play.
Yeah, but the kick team's coming off.
Well, they're going to kick it. They're going to re-kick it.
I saw 4 or 5 come off. Maybe it was offensive guys that had ran out there. Actually, right now we've got 11 out there, and it's still the kick return team. So, like you said, they're going to make him re-kick it. As long as he doesn't kick it right down the gut. Earlier, he kicked one right between our guys, and we had to go back to about the 2 or 3 yard line to retrieve it and pick it up. So, but the good news is that'll keep a chance for somebody to win $100 here. As Mid-South Bank, if you commented Mid-South Bank, you're in the running. It's not a Mid-South Bank kickoff return. It'll be one that we'll put the bill on. But if they return it for a touchdown, somebody will win the drawing of the qualified people $100.
It's a squib kick. It may go out of bounds again. It will. So the Tigers, I'm sure, will make him kick once again. So I'll take him back to the 30-yard line. That happens a lot of times with a straight-on kicker. He's trying to kick it harder to make up for the yardage, and he's not hitting it. He's not hitting it centered.
Kind of like a golf shot. It's adding some yardage to their penalty total tonight too. They'll equal things out a little bit. But that'll take him back to the 30-yard line. 11-17 to go in this ball game.
I'd make him keep kicking it
Absolutely.
as long as he kicks it out of bounds. So our return men now are standing up at the 30-yard line.
Almost a little too close, I would think, but you don't want him to get it over your head. But
so from the 30-yard line. As he boots it away this time, it's going to be fielded at the 30 by Steele, trying to bring it back to the near sideline. He slips, goes down at the 40. So after all that, the Tigers gain. Actually, they get it right where they would have gotten it if they had taken it on the penalty on the last out-of-bounds play. So from the 40, still good starting field position for Eufaula from their own 40-yard line. But they trail by 20 now, 20-0. It's been 20 unanswered points here through the first 12 minutes and 49 seconds of the second half.
How many we were behind last year?
We were down by 25 last year in the fourth quarter. Torian Slaughter with it on the drag route across the middle. He turns it up the sidelines. He's going to go down inside the 30, easily the best play of the night offensively for the Tigers. That play picks up 33 yards. 33 yards and a Tiger first down. Slaughter's always a good one to get it to in his hands in the open field.
Yeah, he was wide open that time. They had dropped back into coverage a little bit, and McCoy had a little bit of time with only a three-man rush and hit him in stride. Nice play.
McCoy takes it. He's going to blitz. He's going to pull it down this time. He's going to run. He'll pick up a couple of yards, I think. He avoids the sack, avoids a negative play, but that does keep the clock moving. At this point, the Tigers are going to have to go quick all the time as they're only going to mark him forward for 1 yard gain there, but it's not a sack, but it does keep the clock moving.
With a 1 yard gain, that's his fourth carry on the night. He's still negative 3 yards, so going's been tough for McCoy running the ball tonight, too. 10:20 to go and the clock rolling.
You know, I don't know if it's still the same head coach that was here 2 years ago, but if the Tigers could put a quick one on the board here,
make them think.
Deja vu. McCoy takes a snap, rolling to his left. He has a player there. He throws it deep and overthrows everyone. He got hit by the big safety we've been talking about all night, 6'5".
That would have drawn a flag in Alabama. I'll just say that. And it doesn't mean just on Early County if Eufaula would have done it, because he hit him up around the chin. And that generally is what brings the flag. But
so that stops the clock with exactly 10 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. It is 3rd down and 9, but you know it's 4-down territory for Eufaula. Do the Tigers possibly run the ball here to try to catch them off guard? But they have people all in the box. McCoy's going to throw it. Has a fade route, has a man there. It's going to be a jump ball. Incomplete. It was intended for Zida Vose that time. It's going to be 4th and 9.
It's good coverage down the sideline. That time he didn't lead him out of bounds. He actually threw it with a receiver. Could have made a play, but it was just good coverage by the Bobcats.
Well, they have done a good job covering the receivers all night. They have pressed our receivers, but they've stayed right with them stride for stride, no separation.
They run people on late. We could have got them with too many men, or actually offsides the way they were running them on and running them off, but we're making sure we get the right play called as the coaches are calling it next to us now.
Here's a snap. They're bringing the blitz. McCoy pulls it down.
He's going
to throw it. It's complete. If it's enough for the first down, we'll see.
Should be just enough, I think.
Yep, first down, Tigers. Give him 10 on the reception. Good play by McCoy that time. He got pressure from the outside. A man came unblocked. He dipped inside underneath that pressure, got to the outside, still had someone in pursuit, made an accurate throw on the run, and a good reception on that far side. I missed the number. Was that Slaughter once again?
I'm not sure.
So first down, Tigers. Down inside the 20, around the 17-yard line. Going to hand off this time to Wright. Wright stacked up right there. He's still driving his legs. He almost came out of that time. He gets inside the 15. They're going to spot it down.
4.
Yeah.
They mark him down, give him 4 yards.
Well, he's right at the 11-yard line. So 4 yards, we'll say.
Clock starts back.
9:22. The Tigers trail by 20-0. Best offensive possession of the night for Eufaula. Ty is running to his right. He's going to throw it late and throws it incomplete. But he got hit out of bounds that time once again.
I hope he was throwing that away as the receiver cut back and was going to the middle of the field, and he threw it kind of to the flag in the corner there.
Well, the old Cardinal sin they talk about, don't throw it late over the middle when you're rolling to the right. But he did not. He kind of threw it to the corner of the end zone, essentially threw the ball away. McCoy looking to throw now. The receiver falls down twice. We actually probably had a touchdown if he doesn't fall down. He fell down and he got up. He fell down again. It's incomplete. It's 4th down now and 6. Tigers already with 1 4th down conversion on this drive, Doug. But it looked like there was separation that time. If the receiver could have kept his footing.
Make sure we run at least a 7-yard route here. Tigers need to at least pick up a 1st down.
Nobody jumped. 2 receivers to either side, 1 back in the backfield with McCoy. Man comes untouched again. McCoy throws it late. It's incomplete. He got all kinds of pressure that time as they brought pressure on him, and he threw it, found a receiver, but the ball was low. If it had been accurate, the safety was coming from behind. I'm not sure it wouldn't have been intercepted. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Good drive by the Tigers. Just comes up about 11 yards short.
Tiger defense will go back out on the field. Early County will take over at that spot, which was the
11-yard line. 9:03 left to go in the contest. 20-0 is still the score. Tiger defense going to need to score here, Doug. If the Tigers don't have any chance to come out back in this, they're going to have to force a turnover and get some points off of it, or at the very least force a 3 and out here.
They just moved, and there's a flag. The right tackle was blocking down to his inside, and he took a step, tried to freeze. Hope they wouldn't get the call, but it is. That'll back them up 5.
So 2nd down, 15. You're going to hand it off to the big man, C.J. Williams, and he is still on his feet out across the 15-yard line, I believe. We'll see where they spot him down.
Tell you, from where the yard marker guy came from, that was not.
No, he's actually going to be about the 14-yard line. So that's I guess that would be 8 yards on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and actually, if the down and that's a big if the down marker is correct, it would be about 2nd 8. So that would mean only about 7 yards on that carry. Under center. Quarterback going to keep it this time. The Tigers do a good job stringing it out. Looks like a very short gain on that play of maybe a yard.
He gave him about 3 on his down marker over here.
Either way, it's 3rd down. Very hard to tell because of the Tigers' tent. We can't really see where they've got it on but it is about the 17-yard line. The 1st down would come at the 21. So call it 3rd and 4. 3rd down and 4. Now, there was movement by Eufaula. Now, I don't know. They're going to call it on Eufaula, believe it or not. We jump, but you can jump and get back. There's not a neutral zone infraction unless you're offsides at the football, I'm assuming. I don't know if the rules are different in Georgia or not, Doug.
They are or not.
So that's a 1st down. That'll take at least another 2 or 3 minutes off the clock for us for Early County. Under center.
They're
going to look and throw this time. The quarterback's going to let it sail deep. Eufaula was closest. Thomas Hill was the closest person there. That will stop the clock on that incomplete pass.
Another incomplete. Quarterback for them is 2 for 11 for 63 yards and a touchdown. 2 big plays he connected on. And he's missed some open receivers deep on a couple of others. So, yeah, they kind of lull you to sleep a little bit and then throw that pass out there. Brings up 2nd and 10 now, though. Stops the clock.
So 2nd and 10. They break the huddle. Tight formation once again. Wing T. They had some movement in the backfield. I think they will catch it. The halfback that time moved to count early, and they caught it. So 2nd and 15.
Earlier, when they had 2nd and 3rd and real long, they did go back to the passing. And the Tigers
in
were
motion. That was an incomplete pass, and the clock went back in motion after an incomplete pass and a penalty. That is absolutely wrong right there. You don't start the clock. The previous play was an incomplete pass. Quarterback's going to keep it around the left end. He's going to go out of bounds, I think. And it looked like he went out of bounds. The clock is still running.
I didn't see if the official said stop or keep going, but yet and still they
picked up 2
take it
yards
down
on
around
that play.
6 minutes here.
3rd down and about a long 12 or short 13. Clock's still in motion. No play clocks here. So
It was like 6:42 when he whistled. But no, they're not in a hurry. They're going to get it away in plenty of time. But it's bringing us up.
The incomplete pass happened above 7 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. 3rd and about 13. Watch quarter. All right, there's a whistle.
They're calling timeout now, but they have slipped. They slipped close to a minute off the clock altogether here.
Be interesting to see when they come out after the timeout if they start the clock back. Let's take one quick commercial break, and we'll be back after this commercial timeout.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole-home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
We're back in Blakely, Georgia, where Tigers trail the Bobcats 20-0. 6:10 to go in the 4th quarter. We'll go down to John Wayne on the sidelines. John Wayne, what are you seeing as far as the officials in the clock operation?
Well, I don't think he was out of bounds a while ago. Actually, he fumbled the ball when he hit the ground. The ground caused a fumble, and we jumped on it. Official said that. But, it's funny. The officiating has changed since they're up 20-0 now than it was there in the middle of the 3rd quarter.
That's right. So 3rd down play, they're going to hand it off on the reverse, and it's going to be a 1st down and more. They'll cross the 35 to the 36-yard line. That play, they needed 13. They picked up about 15 on that play. Tigers with a player that's slow to get up. So that was a big conversion that time. It was just an inside handoff. They kind of ran an inside reverse. I don't know what you actually call that. We'll take a break with the injured player. We'll be back with more Tiger football after this.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
Back in Early County, where the injured Tigers helped off to the side of the field, be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
Doug, the Tiger defense played well, but unable to get off the field. They've Early County's picked up at least 2 first downs on every possession tonight. Running around the right end is number 4. He'll pick up about 7 yards out to the 43-yard line.
That's a good gain there, Keith. But at this point, with 5.5 minutes, he did a good job of staying in bounds, keep the clock running, and bring up second about 4. You just want the clock to run out and get out of here. Just remember these when we start scheduling these out of state games again. You want to say they do have to come to us next year, but it doesn't seem like they go that way when they cross the state line the other way. But it's been an experience here tonight. We'll just say that.
That's true. We'll be under 5 minutes after this play. The handoff to Williams, the big back. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain on that play. We'll see if that ends up being the case. They're actually going to move him forward about a yard. Surprise, surprise on that.
Well, you forgot to add the official's yard on there, Keith. That's 22 carries for him tonight, 118 yards. Of course, the big play that set him over was when he broke through on a touchdown run of 49 yards. The Tigers, other than that, have done a good job. It would have held him to under 100 yards on the night. 4 minutes and 30 seconds, clock rolling. 3rd and 3. All he's got to do is break the line of scrimmage. They'll give him the first down here.
That's right. Handoff. No, quarterback keeps it around the end. He pitches it behind his back. Ball's on the ground, and now he reverses field, and they're going to call a crackback block, and then another flag comes out here at the end of the run.
That better not be a face mask because they didn't grab it. They grabbed at it, but they didn't grab his face mask. We got another player down right here in front of the Eufaula bench, but we'll see. She comes over and talks to the head official. They're going to the spot, which is 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The flag is actually at the 39-yard line, which if they go to that spot for a hold or a crackback, and they still do it the old way, we talked about over in Georgia, personal foul.
I guess that was a crackback. I don't know.
And now here's the second one. Face mask.
They called a face mask.
Oh,
I looked at it. I watched a replay. There was no face mask. So they played the play all over again. 3rd down all over again.
Yeah, it don't do any good to say anything about it. Sounds like sour grapes at this point. But, folks, that's a good thing. Years ago when we used to have these type games and we'd call it, people thought we were being awful one-sided, which we're homers anyway. We're going to pull for the Tigers, but at least now you get to see a lot of it. Speaking of that, remember next week, state will allow us audio only on the broadcast.
3rd down, quarterback going to keep it. Use a speed option. He hits the open field. Probably a touchdown saving tackle out there by Tiger defender. And that was Zion Martin who made the tackle.
As Early County has done so many times tonight, with that extra chance or with a penalty, they're able to convert a first down. It's nice to have those do-overs, isn't it, Jimmy?
No doubt. You just can't give them too many extra chances. They just got too many big bodies that can rotate in and out.
That was a 14-yard gain there.
Timeout. Officials timeout. Why?
I don't know. Want to take a break?
Sure.
We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Hey, we're back here in Early County, and I was trying to watch the trainer on the sideline with Shamarion Smith, the Tigers senior linebacker. They're looking at his left knee. We'll just hope for the best. Doesn't look good at the moment, though. .322 to go in the game. Early County with a first down at the 44-yard line of Eufaula here. They will hand it to the big back Williams. He breaks the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up 5 yards to the 39-yard line before he's gang tackled there. So 2nd down and 5 from the 39. Takes us under 3 minutes to go here. 2:48, the clock rolling. 20-0 Early County. It was 0-0 at halftime, Doug. And, of course, the stats we talked about at halftime, Tigers were fortunate to be tied at 0, but Early County really, they broke the 49-yard run on short yardage situation. And since then, it's been
new quarterback
in the game. He's going to be tackled for a loss. It'll be a loss of 6 yards back to the 45-yard line. Actually, they marked him back to the 43. Doesn't really matter at this point. Clock's back in motion. 2 minutes exactly to go here. There'll be no late game theatrics tonight. I guess if there is any positive, Doug, it's only 8:45 Central Time. Third down 9 from the 43-yard line of Eufaula. Big back cylinder. They moved early. They will throw it this time. They moved early. So they threw the penalty flag. But Early County took over, Doug, with 9:03 to go in the fourth quarter. There's 1:32 left to go at this point.
That'll back them up 5 and have third down all over again. And he says roll the clock, and they do. Keith, if you could do that, you could just keep taking 5-yard penalties, and you wouldn't ever have to snap another snap, and the game would be over.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to wait before you start the clock.
Handoff back around the left side. He's going to be stacked up. No gain, maybe a gain of a yard on that play. Unless use the timeout, they can take it all the way down to about 20 seconds before they punt.
Well, they may wait and not set it into play for a long time here. They just putting it down. He's never whistling it in to play either. And the guy back here is supposed to be keeping a 40-second clock. I hadn't seen him look at anything all night. So I wouldn't doubt him just running it all the way down here. Let's don't do anything crazy. They're actually in victory formation. They're going to take a knee. But don't do anything crazy. Just get out of here and look for next week.
Going to hand it off around the left end. He's going to go. No, he reverses field, looking for running room. He's going to cut it back inside. This play is going to use a lot of time. It stops the clock with 14 seconds. He came very close to his first down. Very close to his first down, but it will turn it over on downs to Eufaula as he came up about 2 yards short. So, Doug, it will be a short trip to Beauregard next week.
Yeah, we talked about the reason why, and a lot of you know now that we'll be playing Beauregard next week. It has been reported by some other news agencies while we were on air, and like we said, it was official because they had told our coaches before the start of this game that they'd be going to Beauregard next week. But, you know, as bad as we've looked, I mean, you just keep getting chances. Well, you're in the playoffs. You're playing a team that you can beat. I mean, I feel a whole lot better going to Beauregard than I did before we came down here and found out we wasn't. But, you know, you got to take advantage of those extra chances.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Beauregard's going to come in after last report. We appreciate the people who send us the scores, handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 8 yards out to the 45-yard line on the game's final play. But last report, it was 28-7. They were losing against Russell County.
And to give you an idea how this game's gone, well, I saw Coach Jernigan went out early. I thought he told them to stay on the sideline, but they are going to go out and shake hands now. That'll wind this one up. So we'll go down to John Wayne after the handshake and let him get a few words in from Coach. But we'll start looking forward to next week and get him ready for Beauregard. Right up the road, Tigers have a little history with the Hornets, and it ought to be an interesting game in the first round of the playoff. Yep. There again, we've talked about it. The state will only allow us to do audio only, so be prepared. We'll still get asked 100 times next week why no pictures, but audio only for the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't even think NFHS is the only has the only
well,
rights.
Let me say this. I did find out today, and if what I was told was correct, I was talking to the media guy with the state officials. We can get approved because we do broadcast the NFHS with a couple of things. If the Tigers were to win, I'll go ahead and rush it through and get it to happen. But with a couple of approvals from NFHS, the home team can broadcast NFHS. Now, if Beauregard does that'd be NFHS and on them, but we'll be audio only because we're visiting and we can't. But if they were to win and we were to be home the next week, we can get their approval to broadcast video at least on NFHS, maybe more, and would get that done. But first thing we'd have to do is win the ball game.
That's right. So long discussion over there between Coach Jernigan and the coach for Early County, it appears.
You got John. There's John Wayne.
Yeah, he's waiting over here. Still, Coach Jernigan hasn't made his way across yet.
Go to your left, John Wayne. He's coming in at the 40. John Wayne's got him now. Let's go.
He's taking a good angle of attack to intercept him.
Yeah, we got him now.
There he is. Coach, not a bad defensive effort. Offensively, we still got some stuff to do. But as a player, as a coach, as a fan, it's very disheartening when you do your best, and officials have a game like we saw in the third quarter especially. And, you know, what we got to do, understand, it's a new season now. This regular season's over, new season. We start all anew next week, and we get to go again. So I'm gonna let you talk to the guys, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
How's it going?
Hey, we've all had better nights tonight, but good thing is you don't want to lose any of them. But this doesn't really count for anything other than pride. And Tigers got, I guess, a little bit of a reprieve as we get to. Take a shorter bus trip next week. Let's not talk about so much about this game tonight. Let's talk about next week and the changes, if you don't mind.
Next week and changes. I mean, is anything official? I don't know if anything official. We heard word before the game, but we ain't seen the state put anything out, so I don't know if it's official or not.
Okay. Well, we had gotten a report. I'm not sure. We got a report from a couple of places that it was official, but I'm not sure. I know that you may want to see it with your own eyes before you make any comments on that. But that's what we're hearing is that the Tigers will go to Beauregard. But let's talk about real quick as far as injuries tonight. We saw Shamarion go down. We see another player on the training table. How do we come out of this game injury wise?
Yeah, at the end right there, my star Mike Backer came out with a leg injury. He's gonna get evaluated when we get back home with Carl, our trainer. And then we got George, another one of my linebackers, with apparently a knee injury. So we'll see, check on all that when we get back home. I hope that's serious.
Yeah, hopefully not. Doug, anything you want to ask Coach before we leave?
Nope, we're good.
All right, Coach. Well, have safe travels back to you. We look forward to seeing you guys next week, no matter where we are. Go Tigers. All right, that was Coach Jarrell Jernigan. Tigers go down tonight to Early County, and but we will have the game for you next week. As Doug said, audio only from where we are. We understand Beauregard, but we will wait for the official word from the school. But either way, it'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:30 pregame show for the Tigers next week as we enter the 2024 playoffs. Doug, If nothing else, we'll go ahead and sign off tonight. For John Wayne Robinson, Jimmy Simmons, Doug Apple, and I'm Keith Brown, wishing a good night and a great weekend. Go Tigers.